and you'll try to do everything to make the website really efficient. But in the long run, people have to continuously modify their websites. They have to continuously engage in or indulge in payments that they have to make in order to keep their website running and going on for a long time. Now, here's what we do. We actually enable AI and LSTM integration models. There are bots which work on machine learning algorithms. We manufacture them and we sell this as a product to companies. And by doing so, what we are doing is, in the future, say you type 2 words and you get a poster. When you wish to make a poster for Diwali and you want to put it on the website, you just have to type 3 words. That's lights, festival in India, and you'll get an auto-generated poster. Now, this is a very exclusive product that we are willing to sell it to our clients. This is a part of our future endeavors, because AI and deep learning, machine learning is the future. So apart from all the simple web service solutions that we provide, we are also going to be very innovative in our approach in the future. We are going to make use of AI-based bot integration and API building technologies to actually empower really small business and small scale businesses, medium enterprises to have a very strong digital online presence. The target segment, the kind of funding we want, and the target segment or the market that we are targeting is small and medium based enterprises, because we wish to travel to the grassroots levels and not just target huge businesses that are already doing really well. Say a gym owner, somebody in your family wishes to start a gym, somebody in your family is wishing to come into the teaching world, somebody very known persons, very small scale, say the maid servants who work in our house, they want to indulge in stitching and such operations, they have to have an online presence. So medium and small scale enterprises, coaching centers, schools, e-learning apps, gymnasiums, personal e-commerce, food delivery, and a part of our funding will also come from crowd. Since we are going to be an entirely student body, we have to have funding from the crowd as well. So these are, I'll just I'll skim through the examples that I've already stated. We'll have a new voice on social media, because we are going to be using AI technologies to actually generate posts, captions, posters, and a lot of other engaging activities that you probably see right now, like reels. People have to make reels. What if 2 years down the line, reels would be auto-generated by the content that you've provided to the system? This will be a new voice on social media. What if the tweet that you wish to post has to go viral, because it's such an impactful decision, or such an impactful thing that you're going to write? So you have to have SEO in mind, you have to have keywords in mind. And what if it's not your job, the computer does it for you, some 1,000 lines of code does it for you, and you don't have to do anything? You just have to type 2 words, type the topic, and the tweet will be right in front of you. This, I'm not going into the entire tech details, but this can work through GAN model, which is also known as generative recurrent neural network. So this is the specific name of this system that we are going to use. Very exclusive in India, not yet been used. Maybe 5 years down the line, our tech industry booms to an extent that we are going to use that. But right now, this is a very novel concept. Multiple content generation. Say we are, while pursuing an MBA, I wish to start a blog, and I don't know how to write. I just wrote 5,000 words, and I don't know how to put it in a blog site. So I'll use this multiple content generation service from CyberDuck, and I'll reduce the number of words, make it really index it, optimize it, and put it on the blog site, and your blog fetches the number of users that you have always wished to. And you can also monetize the blog, because of course, when the blog reaches such and such views, you'll obviously want to monetize what you're doing. So it'll be a great it will provide a great impetus to freelancers, small scale bloggers, anything. So and this is just what I explained right now. Over to you, Divyansh.
Okay, so what makes us stand out is not only that we are catering to huge businesses, but as well as shops which are local to our areas. And for example, this is what we actually did in real time with a project. We had a local travel agent in a society, and he wanted a website so that it would be easier for people to come up to him and like book whatever they wanted to. And since it was the pandemic, it wasn't possible for the customers to come. So we helped him develop a website. We hosted it on our own domain, and this is what we presented to him. And we had very nominal charges for it. We maintain it, and whatever he needs, we provide him the solutions with it. And another example was Sharon, the next slide, please. So these are very basic and minimum needs for a new business. Like, for example, if you want to showcase your products or like cater to a wider audience and like just engage with the audience, this is what you really need. We provided visiting cards, regular festival posters, and a lot of various stuff like menu items. We did it for small businesses so that they can have some online presence and they get their desires fulfilled. Okay, so our clients will be, we actually wanted to cater to a whole plethora of clients, but we decided why not just like cater to small shops and like local areas in our services, because that will be much easier to connect with, and we would be able to provide efficient solutions to them and just be there for them when they need us. Okay, if you can explain this, Sharanya.
Yeah. So in order to actually digitize everything and offer an amalgamation of multiple services, we are going to be needing data from the user's end, or the kind of website or the kind of social media page that they want. So we need information from their side. If they want to have their tweets go viral, we need to have information about what are they going to exactly tweet, and such and related Instagram posts, etc. For that, for website hosting and web service domains, we would be requiring AWS servers. For now, as students from premier institutions across Ranchi or across India, we have AWS, a certain a free space in the AWS servers. Still, we are students, but post that we would not have this privilege. So we would be needing the subscription for AWS servers, MongoDB.
Sana, just one more minute because we are running well past our time.
Yeah, I'll just wind up, sir. So this is going to be our financial needs, and in the next slide, I've just explained why we would be needing all that we have asked for. This is our financial needs, and this is the justification, like why do we need a backend server? Why do we need a backend language premium? And we have also tried to be, we will in the future also try to incorporate applications of industry 4 and 5 techniques, and transform our supply chain management into a very lean and efficient supply chain system. That will be all from my side. Just give me 30 seconds so that I can also present a website that we have for the startup. So just a couple of, just 30 seconds. Yeah, so this is our team, CyberDuck. This is the website that we have created. These are the features, the USP that we have. And we have also introduced the plans that people can use. And this is just an outline, because this is not permanent, or it can be modified according to the needs. These are the social media packages. We have incorporated how can we help, and this is our company, contact us, products, and everything. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mushkan, Sharanya, and Divyansh.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I don't know. First, you'll have to tell me what is the actual product that you are selling, or the actual customer. Who's the first product and the first customer? Tell me that, because from what I heard, there's so many products that you're selling, everything that is possible in the technology, right? And every customer that is possible is small businesses, SMEs, and individual people. So you'll have to clarify that to me first.
Sir, you might have heard that certain services that we offer are offered individually by some other company, but to have each and every service under one umbrella. Say if somebody can start off a social media page for you, but they won't do the branding. Somebody can do the branding, but they won't tell you
because
what kind of.
There's a reason for that, Sharon. See, if starts doing everything, they do not have the core competence, right? Somebody who does a website need not be good at marketing, right? Need not be good at branding, and hence there are various firms catering to various services. And even when we want to take those services, we would want to take it from somebody who's very niche and specialized into that, right? The moment you start offering all the services under one umbrella, it essentially means you are a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Sir, I'd like to differ on this point because since we all are we are going to be an entirely student body, and we have different streams, and we come from multidisciplinary backgrounds. So it's not just about being jack of all trades. It's actually the master of all trades come under one roof to offer services that are very reasonable and very
So first, again, you will have to first classify yourself as, you'll first have to test whether the market needs that. Anybody asking for the very fact that I would need the same firm to provide me all services.
Sir, it's like my mother is a teacher, and in the duration of the lockdown, in the first wave, she had to take classes from home. And when she used to put YouTube videos on the internet, it hardly fetched 20 to 30 views, even though she had long videos, and she's a very good chemistry teacher per se. So from that, I recognize that there are lots of other teachers like her who actually need somebody who needs somebody to tell them at what time should they post their videos, at what during which hour of the day, and using which hashtags, or how long should the video be to actually reach a large audience. I'm not just saying that they need to earn money, they actually have to have somebody as an online advisor, online
So you should then make it a niche for promoting individual accounts, right? You should make a niche in that segment, right? Helping individual people get the best of reach and everything. Test the market, and then slowly add on one or two services. Post that. That's the way you grow your market. You do not spread yourself so thin and are not able to then deliver when somebody asks. Setu.
Okay.
Just one question to Divyansh. Divyansh, who were your initial paying customers? So you mentioned about travel agency. Was there a set of repeated customers coming from one segment or the other?
No, so we didn't have like a particular set of customers like from some same background, but we had like very different people coming from different regions. So we had some Instagram creators as well, and some local grocery stores as well, and a few gym owners as well, which came up to us and they wanted a website and some products which they can showcase to their customers. So
And
there's no.
what was the reason these guys were coming to you? Was it because of economics? Was it because they knew you? How did they
So
find
there were
you?
actually multiple of reasons. For example, the thing is, if you go into the market and you want just one particular service, you have to go through like 5 different companies to completely get all your needs. But we were providing it under all one roof and for a very cost-effective price. So that's what drove them to us, and that's why they wanted to do business with us.
So you
Also,
pitched effectively a cost-effective solution to
Yes, sir.
small and medium enterprises,
Yes, sir.
wherein you will take care of everything.
Yes, sir,
Uh,
definitely.
uh, I think what you need to play on is the same thing. You should not be trying to you should not be trying to make use of GAN, or you should not be trying to make use of, in my opinion, if all you are pitching for is cost-effective solution, wherein the businesses don't even know the need. They don't even know what is it that they would need. And you are being a consultant come product manager, which is figuring out what all will they need, and then getting it fulfilled through your army of college students. uh, your mainstay is going to be price, right? And
Yes,
you
sir.
will be competing with other agencies in terms of price. And uh, on the other hand, you will also have to compete and get all these students interested to work for you. I feel that's a very precarious situation to be in, because on the one hand, you are committing lowest price possible. On the other hand, you have to draw in uh, extremely good talent to your organization. How do you plan to solve that?
sir, can I take this question, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Sir, the thing is, if we begin our startup with the sole aim of earning profits or monetizing the entire process, we'll probably not even sustain in the market that we are right now. Because I already mentioned that the kind of services that we offer are already being offered by lots of other companies. So initially, it's not much about the finance or the profit part, the bottom line, but it's more about actually, helping these enterprises to come online, have a digital presence, and we start off on a very humanitarian ground. So I think that will help us build a more sustainable business model in the future. And regarding the GN and LST and integration, which is a very far-fetched technology as of now, we are not going to do that immediately, because we also know that the market does not require that. I mean, the kind of businesses that we are going to target right now are not going to have a GN model. As soon as we associate ourselves with them. But in the near future, when they have a business, they have their businesses running and they start earning profits, maybe then we can help them with that. And we also penetrate into a market that is not just small and medium enterprises, it's also luxury brands or anything, really good big brands in the country.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ritu, anything else you want to ask?
No, I'm good. I think this is a great place to be in. It's just that try to focus on the things that you can control right now, and don't try to, as in, go quite far from where you are. That's my only recommendation. But great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for the suggestions and feedback, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Ms.
Thank you,
Khan,
ma'am.
Saranya, and Divyansh, you can log out. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tanesh, so I think Tanesh's question got answered, so I didn't put it specifically.
In fact, the first question that I asked, and then
Yeah, it was Tanesh's question. Yeah.
Okay. So shall I allow the next team?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the next team is A team, and it has got Aditi. Just one second.
Sorry.
Aditi is there, and then Akash Kumar is there, and Anand Nadloli is there.
Okay. Yeah, hi Aditi, Akash, and Anand. You may begin, please.
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir.
And sharply 5 minutes, not a minute more.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
What is Aditi, sir, actually?
You can see it. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, Aditi was supposed to give the first slide presentation for the first slide.
Go ahead. No issues. You can join me.
I think Aditi is not able to unmute herself. Aditi, you might want to rejoin.
Yes. 1 minute, sir.
So one of you can take it forward, right? And when she joins in, she will.
Exactly. So actually, this part was prepared by her only. We
can read it. We can understand. Sure, go ahead. You can go to the next slide.
No, sir. No, sir. Sir, give us 1 minute.
So just 1 minute, sir, please.
Sir, just 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, I'm allowing her. Okay. Yeah, she's back.
Yes, hello, sir.
Yes, Aditi, go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so good morning, sir. We are the A team. We are Aditi, Akash, and Anand. I'm Aditi, and I'll be explaining what our idea is. So, what do you think when you hear about Jharkhand? Now, most people will think minerals, coal mines, and poverty. But Jharkhand is not just that. Jharkhand is also a very unique, vibrant, and multicultural state. And many people don't know about it. And those who do not have access to everything that Jharkhand can offer. So we are here, the A team, with the idea of Johar Hat. So what if you wanted some Baba Dham ka peda one day, or if you want to try Khowar paintings from Hazaribagh, the authentic ones, or if you want to eat something that is local traditional food of Jharkhand, such as the young bamboo shoots, which is known as kareel and other names. So we will be uh, we will be providing this through Johar Hat. We'll tie up with local vendors and artists, connect them with a delivery partner, and then host these products online. People will be able to order and take these orders, order these through online portals and websites, and then will market it so that people will know about it and then order it, and then we'll provide the delivery within 12 hours for perishable items and food, and a little more time than that for art and uh, products that require more time for creation.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I am Akash, and now let's continue with the marketing aspect of our service. So to promote our service, we will need marketing, and marketing will be done through various methods and channels. And social media marketing or digital marketing will play a major role in this. And we have other measures as well, like we can also market our service through the word of mouth, the banners in shops. We will also distribute pamphlets, various pamphlets, and we will also advertise in fairs and different national and international events, which will happen in Ranchi itself. And as you can see in our left, it's a graph. Sir, in this graph, we have estimated the people in Ranchi who we can target via social media, and who have the potential to become our future customer. Like, and this data is, and we have come, actually we have made this data in comparison with the 2011 census, and uh, we have just estimated what would be the population in 2022. And now let's discuss about the HR and the logistics and the technical aspects of our service. For the human resource part, we're gonna tie up with the local vendors and artisans for our food products and artifacts, and we're gonna make sure that they get their fair pay. And we're gonna tie up with a private logistic partner as well. And apart from that, we will also hire a tech team. And the technical aspects of our service will be, like app and website, online marketing and advertising, which will be done by our tech team.
Akash, just one more minute.
Achha. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And for the logistics part, we're going to hire third-party delivery partners, and we will also provide store-to-door service, and we will try to deliver our perishable foods in Ranchi within 12 hours. That's it. Let's move on the next slide.
Yeah, thank you. So I am Anand, and here we are with finance. We are here with some capitals, and we need some more capitals to develop our idea, which we will be spending in logistic partner and delivery, fair pay and compensation to vendors and artisans, acquiring more market share in the next few months, scaling up and expansion to other cities, states with more products, and HR and tech team where they will be for website and app design, logo, brand, design, marketing. And here we are with our conclusion towards future prospects. Our future prospect is to expand and evolve into a one-step destination for everything one might want related to Jharkhand traditions, culture, or art or food. And at the same time, promote local art and empower the artisans. We are looking to expand our company to different cities and to different states too in future, and to promote that state local foods, local culture and arts, etc. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Akash, Aditi, and Anand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, again, there are a lot of companies who work in this space, traditional things getting delivered to other places. You have taken all the things that are produced in Jharkhand, fabrics also, sweets also, vegetables also. So what is the specialization, or what is it that you are building on? Any core strength that you want to build on? Because
So,
you do it
I
so
would
we
in
are
like to.
delivering in 12 hours right now.
Hmm.
We will be delivering in 12 hours, which is the major aspect for us. No one right now in this can
So,
do in 12 hours right now.
so
Yes, sir.
that is a function of who you are partnering with for that delivery, right? You're not going to set up an entire supply chain. Now, when you are making assurance of delivering in 12 hours, you're basically paying higher for that delivery partner, right? So that's a very, very, uh,
So
and then
that's
you're
our
going to charge the
I'd
that's
like
our
to
customer.
main
answer this.
aspect too. Yes,
So I'd
yes,
like
sir.
to answer this.
Yeah.
The unique thing that we are doing is like we have Jharcraft that sell handcrafts and handloom items, and then we have Tassar silk that is produced in Saraikela, Khasawat, but that is sent through sold through different portals, and then kareel and such local wild vegetables and things we cannot get it online as far as I know, and then there is the sweets that devghar peda and
But
such
then
things.
does somebody want that also?
Yes, sir. So yes, sir, I have we were going to conduct a survey, but we did not have enough time to conduct that
Exactly, that's
survey,
the point. First, you
sir.
need
But
to conduct
we
the survey.
definitely consulted a lot of people in our family and friends, and they definitely said, like even in my family, when we go to Devghar, then we definitely take some peda extra for our family and friends. So there is a demand for this, and we are like collecting it all and bringing it to one place. So if any person from outside Jharkhand comes to Jharkhand and they want to experience Jharkhand, the
They would
cultural
rather
tradition,
go to
so
the
they
market
can.
and buy it, Aditi, when they have already come to Jharkhand, right?
Yes, sir.
Would they, being in Jharkhand, why would they order from your app?
So because we are providing everything at one place, you don't need to go to Jharkhand to get the Tasir silk sari and then go to a local market to buy this kareel and then somewhere else to buy peda. And also especially the food items like from Devghar to Ranchi, it will take at least 6 hours just to travel there and get back. So we will provide that within 12 hours, the perishable food items. So that will be our main USP, I would say.
Akash, Aditi, and Anand, this has been my favorite presentation till this point in time. So first of all, great job at that. I would want to understand, did you guys, do you guys plan to become the brand, or do you guys plan to make it a marketplace so that everyone can host their products on your platform?
Um, First of all, we are trying to build a marketplace where we can sell everything, and then at the same time, we'll gradually evolve into a brand for Jharkhand and promotion of our culture
So,
and.
okay, so when you want to become a marketplace, which are the first five products that you want to start with, and how do you plan to compete against? So, for example, if you start with food items, there's another product, there's another website called State Plate. If you start with jewelry or start with handicraft or sari, there is going to be a separate competition in that domain. How do you plan to compete for the initial few products that you will list with
Yes,
the
sir.
existing players?
So our plan was to create a survey and survey people and find out which products are the most in demand, and also will keep it diverse so that one product that we'll begin with will be like a tussar silk sari, and then there will be khowar paintings that are art items, and then we'll keep one food item like uh, the gulab jamun from Tati Charia, and a local wild vegetable like mushrooms, seasonal mushrooms that are not available online. So it will keep it
Have you
diverse.
seen any such brands doing well on Instagram already? So there are Tussar Silk brands on Instagram. There are peda walas on from Devghar on Instagram already, and they're doing well. Did you research? Did you ask them if they would want to come online and and become your partner?
Sir, I did not connect with them and directly ask them, but I did see that there are few portals online that are working, but they are all segregated. They're not like one brand is selling a food item, the other one is selling silk sarees, the other one is selling handloom items. They're not at one place, and we are providing it all at one place so that people don't need to go everywhere looking for these separately.
My recommendation is if you want to become a marketplace, you need to enable the people who are already superstars, right? So you need to go and find out these superstars on Instagram and tell them that they should partner exclusively with you over trying to, you yourself trying to create a brand out of this. Just one last question. What is your background and why do you feel your background connects you with this startup?
Sir, we are all from different backgrounds. I am a biotech graduate, and
Sir,
Anand and Prakash.
I'm an engineer, a mechanical engineer.
I am right now a graduation student, commerce.
Yes, sir. So I think we are all from different backgrounds, but our different perspectives help in this. I, being from biotech, I don't have any specific expertise or knowledge about this, but I know about it from my family and my friends, and also my parents who are especially interested and enthusiastic about Jharkhand culture and food. And Anand helped us with the economics and finance part from his commerce background, and Akash also helped with the logistics and HR part.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Akash, Anand, and Aditi. I wish you the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Kash and Anand, you may log out. Thank you.
Make pen paper.
Okay. So the next team is
Sorry, I got dropped off. Mera internet.
Okay. The next team is team 60.
Okay.
Hey, Arun. Hi, Team 60. Are there more folks joining in?
No, sir, we are
No.
only 3 people.
Got it. Please start, and you must only take 5 minutes, no more than that. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
So, myself, Shivam Kumar from Team T60, and today we got an opportunity from Career Launcher to present our business idea in front of you. And as we are saying, COVID time is going on, so most of the things is getting online, and most of the things is ignored too. So, we have decided to take our topic as e-tailoring, and moving to the introduction part. By our business idea, we will be entering into textile industry and we will be providing stitched clothes to everyone. It will be app based, so it will be tailoring everywhere and it will be very easy and convenient for everyone as it is app based and it will be also time saving. Our business model will consist of application, artificial intelligence, and payment. So moving to the application part, we will have clothes section which will have multiple brands of clothes and type of clothes which you want to get stitched, and app will also consist of models which will show you latest fashion advice, and if you want to get them stitched you can do too and you can alter your measurement too. So and there will be payment method which will be based on UPI, credit, debit, and COD. That's all from my side. Further discussion will be done by Irfan Ansari.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, one of our team member is unable to unmute himself.
Yeah,
Ask
so
him to rejoin. And Avni, we need to make some change in the admin settings. Probably we are not allowing people to unmute or open their video
No,
after
I think
joining.
so. The admin settings, I just checked it. It's like there's no problem there.
Okay.
Okay, fine, sir. So from my ID only, he will present himself.
Can you take his place?
Yes, sir.
Hello everyone, my name is Mohammad Irfan Ansari. As we discussed that our business is artificial intelligence based, so let's move to that side. As we all know that more than smartphone in today's era all over the world. So our main targeted audience are these smartphone users. Now they can use their smartphone for their tailoring too. Now they need to scan themselves on our platform and they will get their virtual look with edit with measurement in a datable format. Now move towards the benefits of e-tailoring. E-tailoring create a lot of opportunity for tailors which were affected by the pandemic. Through our platform, they can expand themselves locally as well as globally. It is very easy and convenient to use for tailors and customers both. All tailors were reviewed by their customer and all tailors were reviewed by their customer and which help other users to find best tailor for them within affordable price with amazing offers. That's all from my side. Further discussion will be taken by our team member Arun Kumar.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I visible and audible?
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you are visible and audible.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So, sir, where is the screen share? Okay. So, sir, after discussing the AI model and introduction, coming to the working model of our startup. So, our working model is basically divided into 4 parts. The AI software will be there through which the virtual measurement and scanning of the customer will be there in the mobile application, and after that, tailors and designers will be there in that mobile application as a merchant tailors. So here the question arises that why only film stars and the supermodels get a platform of getting their clothes stitched from the fashion designers and premium tailors. So here we are creating a platform where everybody get a chance to get their clothes stitched from where they want to get their clothes stitched. And third is our business model. That is, we have created a business model of B2C, that is business to consumer. So hence in B2C, one profit we are getting that there is no any middleman. So in this way, we are getting to the more cost effective term that the price will not increase of stitching. And fourth is our home delivery, that if anyone from any part of the country ordered himself for getting a stitching between I think 4 to 7 days working days, he will get his cloth delivered in its doorstep. And also keeping the COVID point of view, we have kept some protocols that the delivery should be hygienic, the delivery partner will be double vaccinated, also he will wear proper mask, and this all will be done in a hygienic way. So this was the home delivery. So sir, this was the working model, that how a startup will work actually on the ground level. And moving to the next slide, that is marketing strategy. Sir, I think that marketing plays a very core concept in getting in an organization that connects the customer to the product or services, and also gain trust through the marketing only. So we have decided on to work on majorly on 4 strategies, that will be digital marketing, social media influencers, YouTube marketing, and refer and earn. Sir, everything is happening digitally in our application. As we see, artificial intelligence is there, digital applications is there. Then why not to promote our startup digitally? So we have chosen digital marketing and social media influencers for that, to promote our startup. And also, sir, we think that from YouTube marketing, it will reach to a huge number of customers. And we have kept an option of refer and earn, that will increase the customers compoundingly and help us to gain a place in the national market instead. And also we trust that in the coming years it will create a monopoly in the textile industry. So sir, this was the end of our presentation, and in exchange of 10% equity you are asking for a 20 lakhs rupees.
Okay, thank you, Arun, thank you, Shivam, and thank you, Irfan.
Thank you.
Tell me, the concept is nice. Okay, the concept is where, and you're saying from the app itself you're going to measure somebody's,
Yes.
The measurements, and then
Measurement. Yes, sir.
pass it to the tailors, and they'll stitch a cloth according to that.
Yes, sir.
You understand the technology that is required, to measure not just somebody's, like say for a trouser itself, you do not just need to measure the length of somebody's legs, their waist, their thighs thickness, right?
Yes,
The kind of width they want at the bottom, right? Those kind of things. Technologically, very difficult as of now. I don't think in fact, all the other, let's say even marketplaces like Amazon and all, they would love to do this, but they have not been able to do this. So that is one hindrance which I find in this entire thing. Yeah.
Sir, from my side, sir, automatically it will create a 3D image of your body that okay, this is the height, and also there will be option of filling it manually, that if you are not finding it comfortable, that okay, this thing is getting, I think, more than my thighs or more than the measurement.
The problem there, Arun, is we do not know how to measure our waist size, right? When the tailor measure it, they measure it leaving, let's say 1 inch more, 1 inch less. They have a certain idea of how to measure it. We do not know how to measure it for our clothes.
Sir, in order to overcome that tackle this problem, we'll also include one doorstep appointment, in which through the e-tailoring our website, the delivery agents or I think that the staffs will be there who if you have any problem,
your cost tremendously. Then the whole technological solution to this, then the model fails, because then you're increasing the cost again.
This thing is a problem, but I think, sir, that from the software it will drastically, sir.
Over to Setu.
Hi, team. Yeah, I'm Setu, and I'm co-judging this event with Mrityunjay. So I had one question, which was about, there are a lot of companies that have tried to bring e-tailoring in India, right? Unlike in US, wherein Stitch Fix has succeeded, in India, people have found it very difficult. Your own to what are the problems that these companies face, and why is it that no one has been able to crack it?
Sir, your voice got lagged in between.
Achha. So I will repeat this question. So in US, there's a company called Stitch Fix, which has been able to make a crack at this problem. But in India, in spite of so many attempts, no one has been able to crack this space. Did you do your research as to why that has happened?
Sir, I will not say that we have completed our research as of now, but we are working on it and we will somehow crack it. We're working on it.
Okay. The second question was in terms of your background, is there something that connects you with the problem that you have chosen to work on?
Sir, personally, my background is graduation. I've completed graduation in Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. And we three of us, we are working on this and keeping ourselves from months to see everything which is possible. And we are doing research too.
So where are you on the journey? Abhi, what is the status of the product?
Sir, we are almost more than 50% we have done.
So is there a website up? Have you guys done the research? What is
No,
that
sir,
50%?
not yet.
So what is that
No
50%?
website yet. Sir, 50% is basically how it will work, what our app will consist, and some people we had contacted some people. We will be creating our app and that AI model which we are talking about.
And do you guys have designers or developers in your team? Do you plan to hire them?
Sir, we have actually 2-3 options in everything that we will be contacting in. So we have not clarified then whom will we pass our technology or who will make our app. There are
Have you
option,
guys
2-3
onboarded
option.
any? Is there a way, an idea as to how you will be onboarding tailors on the platform?
Sir, we will personally visit tailors, very local tailors, and then state level. If I am staying in Ranchi, then around me, let's say 5-6 tailors. So we will be visiting them, and we will personally tell them to get registered themselves in our app. We'll explain them the benefits too.
Got it. Got
After
it.
let's say after some increase in the company, we will be hiring some staff that will do on our basis.
Got it. That's it from my side. Uh,
Okay.
Overall, good presentation. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Shivam. Thank you, Arun. Thank you, Irfan.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shivam. Arun and Irfan, you may log out, please.
Okay. All right, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
This was team 007, is it?
No. This was team 60.
All right.
Uh,
007 is disqualified.
the presentation's still there. Shivam hasn't logged out.
Shivam?
Thank you, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. It's done.
log out.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. The next team is All in the Mind, and it has Garima, Aryan, and Priyanshu. Hi, Garima. Hi, Aryan. Where is Priyanshu?
Ma'am, I think so. She must be joining.
I can't see her actually. Like, what's her full name, Priyanshu? What?
Okay, ma'am, I just pinged her. Just wait.
Yeah, because I.
Meanwhile, can we begin the presentation?
Yeah, please go ahead. Aryan, if you want, yeah, you can start.
Good morning, Sharks. I am Garima. My team partner Aryan, and one more will be joining soon. I must be internet connection must be having. So basically, today we are actually our focus. In short, we are planning to launch an app. Okay, so the app precisely, if I would say ki, whenever we try to search something in Google, okay, whenever we try to something in internet, so we always get a vast kind of information. But our app name is Captain. So our app basically focuses on the precise information given to the people, and we basically actually focus to both the rural and the urban areas. Furthermore, and our the app is you must be thinking ki it's kind of a searching app to search some for a daily basis of life. You might be thinking it's something we can search for a daily basis, but it's actually not. Our app has a precise information regardless to education, hospital, finance sector, transportation. So I would say, for example, a person, if he travels to another city, our app Captain would provide him with precise knowledge and information given to him, okay, precise knowledge will be given to him, and whatever supposedly he is in need of some sort of hospital medicines or some sort of education information, so our app will provide a precise information with verified ratings and with the consultant of expertise, and also our app is in short to provide in order to promote local businesses also. We have seen today in our generation local businesses are not able to expand, so our app is giving a chance to the local businesses to subscribe in our app, and they can actually through our app they can promote their local businesses, and it will help the daily struggle people, the urban people as well as to the rural people. It will help them to get the knowledge in much shorter and in much safe time. So I would be forwarding to Aryan now the further information. Okay, cut it off.
Hello, Saks. Namaste. Our captain app provides all the essentials requirement in his or her daily life. Daily life to make his or her life in a very easy way, whether the person is in his own town or in another town. We are providing all that type of activities, and we are showing our PPT that will make you very easy to understand what we are doing through
Aryan,
our
you
app.
just have 2 more minutes to finish your pitch.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, sir. Through Captain is our app, and we are providing verified knowledge and ads and promotion through our app. And it's go across pan India. Captain also promote the local business and knowledge and empower people. We we provide facts of the business, scrolling people, data based information, smart solution, experts advice, PDF, complete video, notification and pop-up, search through filters and categories through our app, whether the person is in which city, no matter, just they have to scroll in our app their needy requirements, and they will get the answer, 100% answer. We are looking for health, education, banking, finance, government schemes, hotel, transportation, restaurants, tourism and travel, religion and culture, and also nightlife. These are the various functions that we will provide in our app. And in education, this type of the facilities developed to assess the complete access to the customers, and also the local shops who do promotions and ad through our app. They also book appointment and other type of activities. Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Garima. Thank you, Aryan. I still did not understand what is it. Is it a search engine, right? Or
yeah, it's a search engine. It's an app-based search engine.
Fair enough. So if it's a search engine, how is it different from Google?
It's because in Google you cannot access the verified knowledge. You may Google may provide you knowledge, but that is not accurate, or you can go with a very 100% sure. Suppose that you have a search something like
you have ratings for every business on Google nowadays.
Yeah.
So
rating is just a simple thing that is also provided in Google, and also we are also providing, and these are the only common thing. That's why we have added. Otherwise, you can go access all the needed things, whatever you have a need. Suppose that you have a need to know something required to your laptop or anything, you can go type the particular object, and there is a lot of search where the device is found in your market, what are the price, what are the other categories, how much time do you have to take.
Aryan, whatever you are saying, can any other platform today have more information that Google has? And can any other platform have a much better search result than Google has today? So what is the difference? I don't understand the difference. What you're doing?
A simple difference between that. So we are also our two objects are. First one is we are promoting local business through
Google
ads
also does
and
that. Just Dial does that.
so just will not feature all the categories and what they have, what actually you
Google does
need
it. Yeah?
and
Google
you
does
do
it.
not need.
In Google, you can use AdWords to promote your business.
Sir, Google cannot be the vast level of thing that you can scroll before you are going to going Goa or any other places or religion places, and you have that type of categories. You have not complete knowledge, and in our app we are giving complete knowledge. When we talk about financial and banking, we you may search the search the same thing on Google, but you are not uh, make a specific knowledge with the help of Google, because they are coming from other relevant apps and all that.
Aryan and Garima, uh, Jay, shall I proceed?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
आप लोग, where are you collecting this knowledge from? How are you going to create the content and the database?
Database is coming from the local business, from their local business and all that, and other data is coming from government of India or other NGOs.
So how will you, for example, let's start with banking scheme, savings scheme. So you plan to aggregate and integrate all this information of all the banking and financial institutions.
Yeah.
So will there be a team that will sit and copy and paste that data? Or will you be scraping the data from Google? Will you be scraping the data by going to the website?
No.
How will
We
you
are not
collect this
scraping
data?
any. We are not scraping any type of data. We are get this data from the government or a specific private limited company or anything, or a local
But
business.
why will these private businesses give you that data?
Because they have to go in a larger and larger circle of the people, and they have to make their business or a government schemes more and more specific in terms of revenue generating or providing service.
तो आर्यन, उन्हें भरोसा होना चाहिए कि by giving you data they will be able to go reach to more number of people, right? But आपके पास तो कोई यूजर्स नहीं है अभी, तो वो अभी जब आपके पास कोई यूजर नहीं है, आपको डेटा क्यों देंगे?
Sir, actually we have to go with all the process according to the government of India, how the app and how other social digital networks perform in India, and we have to register that. After we have to make a complete rule and regulations, how the team, a specific team does the work, how our app does the work, how the other clients are the part of our
That's okay, Aryan.
app.
That's okay. It's okay. You get that.
And we are in a pre-learning mode.
Got it. Garima, just one question to you. जब ये शुरू करेंगे आप ये project, did you do any research as to have people tried building an alternate Google for local businesses? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say for the local businesses, if I'll start with this app, so I would say ki, in my opinion, in my search, there have been many local businesses and they have done they used to do a very great works. So basically our focus will be to promote that local business, the people, those who are hidden from the high, basically through the highlights. So we want to promote people who are not able to promote their sort of business, but they are good in that, but they're not due to the lack of I would say to the lack of promotion of their particular things. But basically I will be focusing on that local businesses to work on that basically.
Cool. ठीक है. I am good. Jay, any more questions?
No, thank you. Thank you, Aryan. Thank you, Garima.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sorry, sir. Our one of member is not available due to some network issues and all that.
No worries. No worries.
It's
Thank you.
okay. It's okay, Aryan and Garima. Thank you so much. You may leave. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank Okay. So the next team is Alpha. Okay, and it's got Aniket. It's not a team actually. The team members are not there. It's only Aniket.
The name of the team is
Alpha.
Alpha.
And this was all in the mind, right?
This was all in the.
Sorry, sir. I couldn't get you.
हाँ Setu, this was all in the mind.
Is there a lot of echo from where I'm speaking?
इको नहीं, बीच में मेरे ख्याल से थोड़ा सा नेटवर्क फ्लक्चुएशन है हल्का सा, वो कभी-कभी
अच्छा.
Okay.
बीच में, not always.
I'm admitting Aniket. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi Aniket.
Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Yeah,
Yes,
you may
this
proceed.
is Aniket. Yes.
Hey Aniket, your 5-minute begins now.
Okay, sir. Hello, good afternoon, sir. This is Aniket. I am going to present you the present situation of our society. Okay. And sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, sir, the overview is this, that what we can observe in our society, that we all are living in a rapid changing environment. And so this rapid changing environment is bringing us the new technologies very frequently. And not only this, the humans with the society is adopting these technologies, and this all is creating a new lifestyle to the human beings. All these have created an online world in which we all rely upon. जैसे क्या होता है कि अभी जितने भी बिजनेसेस है सारे ऑनलाइन चले जा रहे हैं, ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म में आ जा रहे हैं। आज से अगर कोई 20 साल पहले जा करके देखे तो नो वन कुड हैव इमेजिन कि ये सब जो हो रहा है, the world we are living in could have been present in our society, and this is prevailing at present. And the problems, what are the problems? If we see this man here, what he's saying, let us see. He's saying that he's a retailer. Okay, that's not a problem. What is problem? Let's see. His customers are buying things online. Okay, that's a good thing, not a problem as now. But he also wants to sell his product online. Yeah, but he don't know how to do this. For this, he wants someone who can teach him this, and also it would have been good if someone could have helped him with this. So he is a retailer and he also wants to sell his products online, but he don't know how to do this. So who could have helped him with this? Let's see. So what are our objective? Onboard as many sellers possible on online platform. What we will do after this, we will provide services to businesses, small businesses, in reaching their online customers who are already there. We will guide them with do's and don'ts, what to do and what not to do, and we will make it easy for unknowns to compete with the knowns. That is, there are already as many sellers, they are providing them businesses and their services, but if they are going to join these platforms, they don't know how to compete them. So we are going to help them. And who will be our target audience? In India currently, as per the data of July 2020, 1.2 crore were the GST payers. And just for the information, GST is divided into two categories, regular and composition. And both the categories are having retailers, distributors, manufacturers, and service provider in them. But who is our main target? Our main target comes under the regular category. If we see the two big e-commerce platform present in India, that is Amazon.in and Flipkart. The number of sellers in Amazon.in is 10 lakh as on December 2021, and in Flipkart 3.7 lakh as on December 2021. And if we see in past 2 to 3 years, the sellers in Amazon are coming from the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, more than 50%, and also in Flipkart, more than 50% of sellers are coming from the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. It means the retailers from tier 2 and tier 3 cities are our main target, not only the retailers, but also distributors, but their count is very low. That's why they are not our main target. but also they are also our target. And what is the present situation? Who are in the grounds? So there are certain BPOs who are acting as an intermediary between company, that is the e-commerce companies and these small businesses. What they are doing, they are giving these e-commerce platform businesses, they're contacting businesses, but not locally. And there are local helping hands who also acts as intermediary between companies and businesses. BPOs charge commission from the e-commerce companies, but local helping hands do not charge commission because they don't have that access to charge commission from companies. And BPOs are not generating revenue from these small businesses. They are only charging the e-commerce platforms, but local helping hands are charging huge revenue from businesses. And also there are some businesses who are taking their businesses online by itself, but most of them don't get the desired results by doing it themselves. So I'm going to introduce you my company, that is Partner. Our tagline is providing path. So what the situation is, e-commerce companies want sellers, and what we are going to do as a partner service providing entity, we will onboard sellers that is doing businesses offline to online platform. We will provide them assistance, guidance, management, and we will finally result in profit maximization in their business, online business. And we will provide these sellers to e-commerce companies and charge them commission instead. And we will charge these sellers some fees that can be registration fees, maintenance fees, anything that can be. So this will be the our work. And how we going to create our presence, that can be done by two ways. We need to create our presence online at online platform also, and we also need to create our presence in the offline world also. So online, what we can do, we can create our website, we can go we can reach people through the online platforms, but also we need to create our presence in the offline world. What we need to do for that, we need to start from the local. We need to pitch the sellers, we need to onboard businesses, and that's how we are going to increase our count of sellers. What are the workforce do we need? We need to start our work with the workforce that is good in communication. They must know about the e-commerce platform. They must have some skills of operating the computers. They must know how to do business, and they must have the understanding of business, how to increase profit, how to make profit, so that they can profit our clients, make profit for our clients. So Saks, that's what I have with me, and I would like to join you guys with my business. Thank you.
Okay, Aniket, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Do you have an idea that Amazon, Flipkart, all these companies have their own vertical, which is for seller relations, right? Which actually onboards, these kind of small businesses and sellers and helps them grow their business on Amazon and Flipkart. They're already there. So how do you, want to compete with that vertical itself? Or, how is your business different from that?
Yes, what they are doing, sir, they are reaching to the sellers with the online mode. They are telecommunicating them, but not in the offline world.
They are on the ground. They are on the ground.
Yeah, they are on the ground, but sir, ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी ये as a brand sir कोई है नहीं कि उनको वो help कर रहे हैं. They are reaching, but they are not very dominant in this.
So you're saying you'll reach out to more than other people?
Yes, sir. What we are going to do, sir, we're going to collab with this e-commerce platform. And sir,
yeah. Before that, Aniket, why would e-commerce platforms want to collaborate with you? Can't they increase their workforce or these verticals?
Sir, क्या कि उनका sir, yes, I got it. So उनका जो main काम है कि sir, they are having sellers and they want to sell more and more. They want to engage with the customers, not from the sellers. They are good with that. एंड सर उन्होंने क्या किया है कि बीपीओ से उन्होंने सर कांटेक्ट करके वो कर रहे हैं ये काम ऑनलाइन, बट दे आर नॉट डूइंग ऑफलाइन. ऑफलाइन भी कर रहे हैं, बट दिस इज नॉट वेरी सर प्रिवेलेंट. तो हम क्या करना चाहते हैं कि ऑनलाइन वी विल बी डूइंग एंड वी विल बी डूइंग इट ऑफलाइन ऑल्सो, ताकि सर कस्टमर्स का भरोसा हमारे पे हो. एंड इन फ्यूचर ऑल्सो सर, इफ दे वांट टू कॉन्टैक्ट बी इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद अस, वी विल प्रोवाइड देम मैनेजमेंट विद देयर बिजनेस.
Aniket,
Yes, sir.
have you read about company like Thrasio, Mensa Brands? इस टाइप की कंपनी का नाम सुना है आपने?
No, sir, not these companies.
तो अभी there's a wave of D2C startups, right?
Yeah.
Everyone is trying to sell their stuff on Flipkart and Amazon, but they also
Yes, sir.
want people to know their own product. Mama Earth से लेकर boat, headphones तक.
Yes, sir.
And there are a lot of companies out there which are trying to sort of पहले बहुत सारे ऑफलाइन बिजनेस हुआ करते थे, उनको ट्रेन करती है, उनको अपने अपने पोर्टफोलियो में लेके आते हैं और फिर उनको डिजिटल मार्केटिंग के थ्रू उनकी सेल्स रन करते हैं in exchange of taking ownership of that company, in exchange of taking a certain equity in that company, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's a very powerful model, but that's something that has already started in India like a year or year and a half back, and a lot of them have grown and become very big. So firstly, if you're planning to take the same route, how are you going to compete against these companies like Mensa, Goat, Global Bees? And if not, what is your model and how are you going to differentiate yourself from these companies?
So my model is what I'm going to like local sellers को pitch करना है हमें, उनका ट्रस्ट
हाँ
जीतना है ताकि सब फ्यूचर में हम उनको बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट प्रोवाइड कर सके. इट्स नॉट ओनली कि वी आर गोइंग टू ब्रिंग देम ऑन द ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म एंड जस्ट लीव देम. No, that's not our target. We need to have them as for the future also, ताकि से उनको फ्यूचर में भी जितने भी बिजनेस की न्यू पॉलिसीज अगर आते हैं ई कॉमर्स प्लेटफॉर्म में
how
भी न्यू
much,
पॉलिसीज जो
what is going to be your commission or revenue model, and how are you going to employ people and give them salaries?
हाँ सर, क्या होगा कि शुरुआत में वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू मेक एनी प्रॉफिट. शुरुआत में जैसे कि अगर हम अभी अपना बिजनेस को कमेंस करते हैं तो सर आवर टारगेट विल बी लाइक 60 to 70 sellers per month to onboard, and we will provide them business management everything from the registration to sell their products. इसमें क्या होगा कि सर हमारा जितना भी कैपिटल
Who in
होगा
your team
वो
will do that? How will you hire these people?
हाँ सर वी
आप
नीड टू.
अकेले तो करेंगे, आप अकेले
नो
तो
सर,
करेंगे नहीं. Will you be doing onboarding, sales, या डिजिटल मार्केटिंग रन करेंगे, या आप कैटलॉग मैनेज करेंगे, क्या करेंगे आप उनके लिए
हाँ
शुरू
सर,
में?
इसके लिए सर फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम सर आई नीड अ टीम फॉर एटलीस्ट 5 members. Also we have to
ओके, आपका
work
खुद
on
का
the field.
बैकग्राउंड क्या है? आपका खुद का बैकग्राउंड किस चीज में है? What is it that you do well?
So I can do well in pitching the sellers, and also I can manage the business online.
So have you been able to get some sellers?
Yes, I have worked in BPOs, some BPOs, and so I have worked for Amazon also. In those BPOs, I worked for the Amazon company. I've started some businesses, registered, and so also pitched some sellers.
Okay, so this is something that you actually want to pursue, or this is just for the sake of this pre-planned competition?
सर ये मेरे को आइडिया ऐसा आया था कि जब मैं वहाँ काम कर रहा था तो फिर मेरे को ऐसा आइडिया आया कि बीपीओस आर नॉट मतलब कि वो सेलर्स की सारी जरूरतों को पूरा नहीं करते, वो जस्ट दे ऑनबोर्ड देम एंड जस्ट लीव देम देयर. तो ये मैं क्या करना चाहता हूँ कि इसको एज अ बी प्लान में लेके जाना चाहता हूँ.
Okay, okay. Those are all the questions that I had. Mrityunjay, any other questions?
No, no, thank you. Thank you, Aniket.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Aniket.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Aniket. You can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. The next team is Jhip Chow, and it has got Rohan, Achal, and Chandrasekhar.
Okay.
Tanay, I hope you are listening to the presentations.
Yes, yes, I'm giving marks also.
All right.
Great.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, Rohan.
Hi, sir. How are you?
All good, all good. Hi, Achal. Good. Hi, Chandrasekhar. Good to see you guys. So we have only 5 minutes of presentation. Why don't you guys begin?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
So just a second, I'm sharing the screen. Sir, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Yeah, so is Chandrasekhar present as well? So just a second. Chandrasekhar, are you there, no? Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, he's
Chandrasekhar.
there. You can begin.
Yes, sir. So a very good afternoon to the panel and the people present in the meeting today. Today, my team comprising of Achal and Chandrasekhar and I would like to present our presentation on our business. Sir, sir, the name of our business is Jipchow and it is a tiffin service business which specializes in providing tiffin services to customers who are in colleges and people working in corporates, and generally they are living away from their city, so they are missing the home cooked touch food of their local places. Sir, so sir, the word jip is a Korean word which means home, and chow informally stands for food. We have kept the prices affordable, and also the customers have the flexibility to either choose from our own plan or they can customize their menu according to their own needs. And the order can be easily made through our app or website. So now, sir, coming to the main indicators why we started the business. Sir, the first number is growing number of colleges and corporates across India. Sir, in last 4 or 5 years, there has been huge investment in UP in terms of building up factories, setting up of new companies. So what it does that it gives a boost to other businesses around the area as well, like the defense service, the housing, the rent or PG system, or sir, groceries and laundry system. So we thought it's a good opportunity to start this business. Then, sir, the second indicator is healthy profit margin expectation. So once we are able to retain our core group of customers, we are recommended to the other batches as well by them. So we are always able to, in a way, retain our core group of customers, and also at the same time, we are able to add new customers as well. And sir, when generally it comes to food, people don't mind paying a bit extra, but rather they look at the high quality of the food, sir. So uh, we have always kept the quality of food as our main priority. Then, sir, food providing business is also a great opportunity to create employment for low-income earning groups like the women, the housewives, and the mother. So it's a great opportunity to empower women in terms of financial empowerment as well. And again, sir, the housewife and the mother always ensure that the food is cooked in a healthy medium. They'll not overcook the food. They'll always keep the
Only have
quantity
2
of
more minutes.
yes, sir, quantity of oil, salt, and spices minimum. And sir, also the business is quite easy to manage. Next, sir, I would like Achal to explain the objectives.
Good afternoon, judges, and thank you, Mr. Rohan, for presenting our project up till now. Now I would like to take over from here. So moving on to our objectives, we have three main objectives of our business. First of which is sustaining our business in long run and hopefully expanding it. Moving on to the next main aim is of retaining our customers with maximum customer satisfaction and creating a loyal customer base, and of course increasing our customer reach. Also, we want to provide variety in our menu with health consciousness in our mind. We have tried to keep up with our name as much as possible, both in creativity and in motive, and therefore try to reflect it in our menu. We have made an effort to keep our menu quite inclusive and also strived to provide different taste every day
Achal,
along with
let's move on. Just tell us the more salient features. Anything very specific, tell us that. We can understand these. Move on to the next slides.
yeah, sir. So, sir, in the forthcoming slides, you would see that we have kept a subscription system for those who want our service on regular basis.
First, we provide them with free trial as mentioned, and then they could choose their desired plans. It includes meals for whole week as well as just weekdays.
Got it. Got it.
They could go for a single meal a day, that is either lunch or dinner, or we could also provide them with all the 3 meals of their day. Our
Got it.
shortest plan is of 1 month and our longest is of 3 months, which they can renew or stop as per their wish. We also take single orders as per the charges given to serve our walk-in customers. Now I would like to pass the baton to Mr. Chandrasekhar so that he could explain the legal aspects and marketing strategies of our business.
Myself Chandrasekhar here to present the marketing strategy of Chipchaw. So as our motto mainly deals with the people who travel away from home, and so our market strategy deals with supplying them and reaching them in the best possible way. So we like to go with the free sampling to all the colleges, private or government, and supply them with free samples with half or below half of the prices to taste the food and let them know is it matching their home food or not. And mouth marketing. So in a college of 1,000 students with various branches, if we can gather some 50 students and provide them with their food, it will go out through the mouth and almost it spread to the whole college. And we're also looking forward for referrals and the social media as a platform to spread, because our main motto is to provide home food, because the millennials of the India are traveling throughout India. But India is a country which is varied with culture, traditions, and food. So our motto is to fulfill them with a home food and with a home food with quality.
Got it. Anything else?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Anchal, Rohan, and Chandrasekhar. Just tell me in one line, you do not need to get in too many things. One line or maybe one word. How is it different from any of the current, tiffin supply vendors or, any of the people who are doing it currently in any of the cities in India? In fact, Ranchi would have 100 of them right now, right? So just tell me in one line or one word, any differentiation that you have.
The differentiation that we have is taste, sir. In all the other...
Chandrasekhar, who's going to cook the food?
Sir, the food is cooked by the collaboration with the small service hotels or the fast food centers, in which the students can pre-order. In all the existing market players, students can only order. Means if they want to eat the food, there is no option of pre-ordering. We would provide an option for pre-order.
First, you are a marketplace. You'll be ordering from various, stalls and food vendors right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how do you control the taste when you do not even cook the food?
We do not cook the food, but we control basis on the chefs, sir. We control the chefs. Means we provide chefs to the hotels.
You just partner with them, right?
I'd like to intervene.
Yes.
So we also have our area of operations where we hire housemaids and housewives who would like to work for us, and they cook food there. So there we can control our taste, and also we change our food log every month, and we have all kinds of setups where people can give their feedback and also suggest dishes that they would like to see.
Actually, this is very pleasant to see. This is very pleasant to hear. Okay, doing everything and providing the best thing in the lowest price, greatest satisfaction, but it does not make a business, right? Why does it not make a business? You are collaborating with anybody and everybody. First, that's the problem, right? You have to first pick up a point, right? Either you collaborate with restaurants, let's say, or let's say with those housemakers who cook at their home. First, you have to get into one segment. That is one. Second, you have to, how do you control that taste? And you're saying now every month we'll change the food. The moment you start changing the food, you cannot control the taste. It has to be very, very standard to be controlled, right? Third, when you get into this and say, I have, I'll supply on a subscription model and this and that. There are so many flexible models available with so many different suppliers. They're just a phone call away, right? I don't want a food at lunch. I want a food at dinner. They're so flexible with that. They have good relations with them. So what is the differentiation again, is what I'm asking. Anything that you have been able to crack in terms of this is what we do that nobody else does?
Sir, what we do and nobody else's does is the taste.
Okay, Chandrasekhar, I had enough of taste. Now what to say to?
Because we are verging
yeah.
on that. See, sir, as per your model, if we change the monthly order, we cannot control taste. But if you see, if a student traveling from somewhere south to north to study in some specific college, he wants to eat his home food, but the taste is missing in all the other suppliers. The one thing we provide with them is the taste of the home food with his pre-order, and we
Okay,
are hiring.
Chandrasekhar, so are there so first 5 customers that you will have, will these be colleges? Will you be onboarding colleges to allow you to so that their students can order the food from your mess, or is it
Yes, sir.
going to be directly to customers, as in students inside those colleges? And how do you plan to onboard these first, say, 10-50 users?
Actually, we are planning to onboard on basis of CISA. We are not providing a mess facility. This is not about being a mess facility. It's more about being a provider like a meal when they are not satisfied with their own meal facility.
Absolutely.
So it is like an alternative, like how we order
Yeah.
from Swiggy on Zomato. Those do not provide a mess facility. They offer the alternative.
Are you
So
going
this
to
is
list your eateries on Swiggy and Zomato, or is
yes,
it
sir.
going to be?
We are not an alternative to Swiggy and Zomato. We are going to collaborate with Swiggy and Zomato to provide the taste of home food.
You're going to list your restaurants or list your services on Swiggy and Zomato, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And any potential areas, any potential geography that you want to begin it with, any specific kind of menu of food that you want to begin with, have those been finalized?
Mainly, we are trying to begin with the metropolitan cities where the software companies are burgeoning and people come for all over India to those places like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, where people are driving for taste. Like if you go to Delhi and want a Hyderabadi biryani of its taste, it's very little or very like it's almost impossible to find the taste of same Hyderabadi biryani in Delhi.
Yes.
So
Chandrasekhar, if you go to Delhi, Chandrasekhar, if you go to Delhi and you log into Zomato or Swiggy, there would be at least 200 eateries who would be providing Hyderabadi biryani. And at least 20 of them have a rating of 4.5 and above.
As
Right?
out of
And
200
nobody
eateries which are offering Hyderabadi biryani in Delhi, even 5 cannot offer the taste, only the name. And people are quite unsatisfied if you go through the ratings and all the customary reviews on Swiggy and Zomato also.
My recommendation, Chandrasekhar, will be in that case, just focus on Hyderabadi biryani and not on the complete food item. Focus on one small segment that you would do exceedingly well at. Try to use that as a wedge in the market. And once people know that you make really good Hyderabadi biryani, maybe you can also include Hyderabadi chicken. Maybe you can also include, more South Indian food items. But yeah,
that's very reasonable advice. Thank you, sir, for that. And we are literally planning to start on basic taking the famous items at the first and then growing on how we put out in the plan. Yes.
Got it. Thank you, Chandrasekhar and Achal and Rohan for the presentation.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rohan, Achal, and Chandrasekhar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Rohan, Achal, and Chandrasekhar, please, you may leave. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, the next team is the triangle. It's called Balaji, Nikhil and Shweta.
Yes, welcome everybody. Nikhil, Balaji, and Shweta. You may begin now. You have 5 minutes to present your case.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can I share the screen?
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
So, good afternoon, everyone.
Yes,
Am I
Shweta, go ahead.
audible?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, with the current view of the current situation, COVID-19 pandemic has led to a dramatic loss of human life, which is worldwide. As of now, more than 50 lakh people have died so far. And because of the increased death rate, many countries have faced the problem of coffin shortage. Countries such as Brazil, South Africa, Indonesia, Malaysia, and many more. This problem has occurred due to the traditional way of coffin making, which is very time consuming as well as expensive. So today we are providing with a solution to this problem. This is a small introduction of our teammates, and the solution which we have come up through is mushroom coffin, which will further be explained by my fellow teammate, Balaji.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Our agenda for today will revolve around this 4 topics. Let's hop into our business model. We can hop into our business model. With the goal of making human burial and decomposition process more environmental friendly, we have come up with the idea of mushroom coffins. I know a lot of people will not think about death, but I can assure you, our idea can be a revolutionary one. You can keep helping the planet after you die by opting for our coffin. With the help of decomposition process, and the coffins will turn the corpse into compost, enrich the soil thanks to mycelium, the root structure of fungi. Mushrooms are the natural decomposers of coffins. Well, not only gonna be biodegradable, but it can provide nutrients to the plants growing around it. It can neutralize the toxic substances and it can clean up the soil by converting the waste products into nutrients. Till now, it's all about the working process of the coffin. The production process is much more simpler than that. Each coffin will just take a week or two to form a mycelium mat, which can grow in the shape of the coffin as you can see in the picture. I think it's enough description about our plan. Further information is going to be provided by Shweta Shaw.
Yeah, thank you. So the estimate world population is 7.9 billion and about 572.5 million people expires. And let's say 40% wants to use coffin, which still requires 224.9 million units per year. Or you can say more than 6 lakh units per day. So in the coming 10 years, the death rate percentage could grow by 3 to 4%. So from here, we can conclude that there is a huge market for our product. In the next slide, we can see that there are competitors and this is their market share. But we can capture this entire coffin market as our coffin has some distinctive features which make it special. So some special features are, number one, that is cost of production. The traditional coffin's average cost in the market is about $12,000, but we can provide our mushroom coffin in only $600 to $700. This is because of very less capital required to grow mushroom. So the price of mushroom coffin will be much lesser than the coffins now present in the market. And the major factor which makes our coffin extraordinary is timing. It takes about 50 to 60 hours for a production of single unit of traditional coffin, whereas it will only take 5 to 8 hours for production of single unit of mushroom coffin. And it takes about 20 to 30 years for the decomposition of the body in traditional coffin, whereas it will only take 3 to 4 years for decomposition of the body in a mushroom coffin. Further, the marketing strategies will be discussed by my fellow teammate Nikhil Raj. Thank you.
Nikhil, you just have 1 minute to discuss this.
Thank you so much, Shweta. Marketing plays a pivotal role in the business as ours. To have an emotional influence on the mass, we plan to associate with idol-like celebs to sponsor our idea of organic coffin. If they announce their burial using our coffin, they have a higher chance of swaying away the audience away from their conventional mindset. Now that Go Green is a trend, people are actually willing to opt for organic coffins and hence have reached out to morgue houses and hospitals. This demand we plan to cater. Social media is everywhere. Right target audience, right advertisement, right location. That's bingo. Many NGOs are sponsored to the idea of Green Earth. We plan to collaborate with them and be a part of their campaign. Radio is again a great source of media. Plus, podcasts are really trending these days. Newspaper again is a good way we can advertise our product and reach out to the masses. They say, who cares about a dead body? But think about it. Do you want to die and enrich the soil or pollute it? Thank you so much.
Sir, if I'm audible to everyone.
Yeah, Balaji, you are.
Sir, hence we are proposing the idea that is, we want to change the places of the cemeteries into, we need to evolve our cemetery. By using our coffin, the land will be much more fertile for the growth of the new plants, and hence we propose a new space that is not merely dedicated to store the disease, but also to propagate new life. This land of the cemeteries can be instead used for replenishing our forests, promote growth, and provide sustenance for the future. Future is all about evolution. Just think about 20 years from now. We are not only trying to provide an idea, we are trying to provide you with a global need and a revolutionary solution for tomorrow. Thank you.
Great presentation, guys. They say to change the burial method, you need to change the religion, and it's such a touchy topic, as in the kind of burial that people have. So one of the questions that was in my mind is, how do you plan to market it to people that they should be burying their dead into mycelium-based coffin and not the wood coffins, or the other kind of coffins that they currently use? How do you plan to sort of educate them or market it?
Sir, we have to go towards the grow green methods because, sir, it is very important to educate the people. Sir, we need to educate the people by the research papers and everything we can. Sir, if the news articles and where if we publish news article as well as we convince people how to grow green and how to take the advantages, how to sustain the environment, it would help us to market our coffins.
There are companies which are making mycelium based coffins, right? There's Loop, and there are a couple of other companies which are based out of US or outside India. Do you plan to go to the same geographies where there's some education about it? Do you plan to focus on India? What's the focus geography?
Sir, our focus geography will be the eastern countries, like China and Russia and the European countries. So we are not thought about America because the cost of the coffins in America is quite high. And sir, to produce such type of coffins, we required a lot of technological enhancement. So sir, we haven't thought about America. Sir, we have thought that we have to start from China, thereafter European countries, and after that we could move on to America.
Where will you manufacture it?
Sir, it could be manufactured in labs. Sir, it is not a very difficult process to manufacture the mushroom coffins. It will only take a week or two.
Got it. Those are all the questions, Jay.
Balaji, are you aware which religion uses coffins for burial?
Yes, sir. Mainly the Christianity.
Yes.
Christians use the coffins as a burial process. But sir, we are but we don't want to talk about the religion because sir, it can be very dramatic for the society, and sir, it can convey a different idea to the society. So sir, we are only providing the coffins with whoever wants to use that he can.
Whoever wants does not happen because there's certain traditions which work, right? You cannot change thousands of years of tradition, right? And when you say you start with China, what is the population of Christians in China?
Yes, sir. May you ask the question again?
What is the population of Christians in China that you want to begin with?
Sir, we have not got the data of that.
So exactly. So when you sell something, now if you start selling coffins in India, it does not mean anything, right? So the first thing is at least get to know your market, whom and where would you sell it to them, right? If not that, the business does not make sense, at least to me as of now.
So basically, we plan to sell it in the countries where the people know about the organic coffins. Over in those countries also, we plan to sell it. Eventually, we plan to sell it on a global basis. But if you ask about the countries who have already seen the organic coffins, we
How would
obviously
you
are going to
manufacture?
sell.
Where do you manufacture? You manufacture on your own, you contract it out. How do you do that?
No, sir. If I'm doing at a different place, I would obviously first try to outsource it. If I'm not able to do that, I would obviously.
Where in India, outside?
No, sir, outside.
So
Because I think.
Yeah.
So please continue.
You guys are based out of India. You guys outsource the production into a certain second country and then sell in a third country. Do you think this commercials would work?
No, sir. I would not. Go like if I have to cater the demand of suppose Brazil. Okay, just supposedly Brazil. So I would actually make something. The lab where the coffins would be made would be obviously in the vicinity of the Brazilian area, right? Is that what you're asking about?
No. Okay, it's fine. I do not have any more questions. Setu, you have?
So there are advantages of selecting a geography to cremate in, right? The advantages is you can control it. Probably the production costs are lower because mycelium is easily available. In Nordic countries, as you might be aware, people don't bury, even though they are Christians, they cremate. In New Zealand or in Australia, people cremate, even though these are Christian countries. So you need to figure out the market that you want to focus on. You also need to figure out the market where you will produce, because production will be associated with how cheap the raw material is, whether you guys are located in that geography. So those are also important questions. I understand. I quite like the B plan, but when you get into actually making it functional, you need to figure out where you're going to produce. You need to figure out where you're going to supply, how is the supply be managed, what are the geographies wherein you will focus on, and why. So those are also very important questions that you guys should be, focusing on.
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Nikhil, Balaji, and Shweta. Thank you.
Thank you. Great
Thank
idea,
you very
guys.
much,
Great
sir.
idea. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have a
Thank you so
great day.
much, Balaji, Nikhil, and Shweta. You may log out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Avni, Setu, lunch के लिए?
Lunch?
Yeah,
Lunch के लिए mute करके.
People do lunch. लोग खाते भी हैं.
4 teams remaining. Please, can we just wrap it up?
बहुत सारे
How
teams.
long?
बोल रहा हूँ.
How many teams?
There are just 3-4 teams only.
Sure. तब तो हो जाएगा.
Yes,
अच्छा,
yes.
लिस्ट में मुझे बहुत ज्यादा दिखा था.
Name, I think so. Like most of them are not have not turned up also. Huh.
Okay, then चलेगा.
Okay, so I'm
They
now.
should have called their team cuboid.
Huh? Void?
They should have called their team cuboid. They called it triangle.
Okay, so the next team is the Mavericks, and it has got Yash and Rohit.
Hi Rohit. Hi Yash.
Can you please
Good
pronounce your team for us?
afternoon, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Rohit, can you please pronounce your team for us?
So our team is Mavericks.
Got it.
Okay. So good afternoon, sir. My name is Rohit Mittal.
My name is Yash Kukulka.
And we are from Bookcart. So I know, like, we have all gone through a formal education. We have studied in lower primary and secondary schools and higher educations, and we have all we have all purchased books. We have all purchased education materials we wanted, right? And many of us were privileged to have that backing from our parents so that we can buy any cost of book. But most of us, I would say, come from a lower middle class or a middle class background where we don't want to spend that much on book, and still we want to have those books in our curriculum because we want to gain knowledge, right? So there's the problem which lies here. We at Bookcart here, we are the ones who integrate a platform of second-hand books from a seller and a buyer. So basically, if you are a seller, you can list your books on our platform at a price, and then we can and if you are a buyer, you can just go to our website, search for any publication, search for any book you want at your curriculum, and get it at a second-hand cost or a second-hand price, which you can which will be almost like 50% or 60% of the book's price, right? So that is how we are working on this. This is our mission statement: to deliver affordable books to everyone around the country while making book buying selling convenient. So we'll deliver book at your doorsteps. What our company does, I've already told you that we integrate the process of buying and selling second-hand books. We work on integration model, and we provide platform for buyer and seller. Sorry. Yes. So let's go on to our problems and all. I have already told you what the problem is, that prices of new books are very high and the resale value is very less, right? So suppose I'm going to sell a book which I have already used. I can't sell it, right? Or I don't want to sell it, or like it's very late to sell it, and at the end of the day you get nothing from it, and you have to sell it to a kabadi wala or something like that, and you don't get any value from that. There are also booksellers around the world who sell second-hand books, and their books are just stacking there and nobody's buying that. So we provide a solution to them. Okay, yes, you can move forward. So the market trends look like this. Indian book market is around $11 billion industry that will account for 739 lakh crore rupees when it comes to 1,000 crore rupees. And the second-hand book market will account for around 15% of it. Okay, and if you can see the trends, so in India we have around 25,000, 2.5 lakh thousand students who study in class 1 to 10. There are around 25,000 lakh students who study in 11 12, and there are also higher education sectors. So we are targeting these segments of textbooks, and moving forward we are also looking into novels around. So who are our competitors? So Bookchore is one of our competitors, but they majorly focus on novels and doesn't focus much on textbooks and all. We have Amazon and Flipkart as well. Amazon and Flipkart doesn't have that book as its priority. They have many items to cater to. Then we have MyPustak. MyPustak is a website who works on a donation of books. So if you donate the book, they will sell it to somebody else, but it doesn't integrate the buyer in the whole picture. So yeah, from operations, Yash will take forward.
So we will provide a platform where a seller can list its book. We will ask some basic question that when it was published, how is the book condition, and we'll give rating according to that. Then the seller can list there. Now, if anybody wants to buy a book, he can search into the platform. Now, in the first stage, we will provide the solution within a city. For example, if you are from Bangalore or Ranchi, so you can search if you search for a book, all the results will be displayed near to you. This will also bring our cost down, and because if we go in the first stage from one city to the other, the cost will increase. So after one places an order, so we will confirm again with the seller if he or she has the book or not. So there is no hassle afterwards. So after the we confirm from the seller that that he or she wants to sell the book, our employee will visit the seller and verify the book and now bring it back to the warehouse. Then we will confirm it to the buyer. After that, delivery will take through third-party logistic solutions such as Shiprocket, which provide end-to-end solutions. So we do not have to build a delivery system in the initial stages. Now we will earn money through commissions. For example, if the seller is selling book, it's not 250 rupees. So we'll charge a 30% commission on that. So now going forward, how we will
Yes, we'll
advertise
quickly wrap it up in the next 30 seconds.
So we will advertise through pamphlets near the education hubs, through social media and SEO, and we will work with collaborators in social media platform. Now, looking at the cost, verification cost will in the initial stages will be high, as you can see there, and for a 250 rupees of a sale, about 75 rupees will be the cost. Now expanding in the next, if you start from a city, then expand to other cities. Now after the few months operation, we will have the data in which cities which book are in demand. Then we will start procuring the second hand books in the advance. And after few years operation, we will also try to sell new books. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Yash. Thank you, Rohit. Good presentation, in fact. A good idea. Just tell me a few things. One, so you're selling, anybody can be a seller on the platform, any individual.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So why don't you, so it is something like a eBay, a Quicker, a OLX for books, right?
So when it comes to OLX and all, OLX is very restricted. So the buyer and seller has to be in one place for the selling to happen, right? Where you have to go to the buyer, the seller has to come.
You are taking care of the logistics here.
Yes, and we are delivering it to doorsteps, basically.
Fair enough. Now, so how do you account for the logistics cost that comes in, right? Are you making a minimum order value of some amount, saying itna ka purchase karna hoga, tabhi will deliver, or are you adding that logistics cost to the book cost itself? How are you doing that?
So sir, if the book cost is around less than 250, so we will charge a 40 rupees upfront. But if the ticket size is more than 250, for example, a student has to buy 3 or 4 books. If the ticket size is more, then we can incur the cost, which will go from our profits.
Okay, so now 40 rupees is something which you'll have to initially pay out to the delivery partner itself, right? That is, you'll not be able to keep anything there. Now you have some verification costs also, which is like 15, 20 rupees or whatever you're saying.
Yes.
That is one kind of a cost, other operational costs. So how do you make this profitable then?
So, sir, the initial stages, it will not be the profitable, but if we are able to expand, so sir, the initial, the verification cost will come down, because sir, if a person orders from 1 book to 5 books from a single buyer, then the cost will come down significantly. And sir, we charge a 30% commission on the selling price. So sir, there we can make profit.
Any way in which you would control the quality, as in anybody can list any book, right? The pages may be torn, you'll never be able to check that. How do you control that quality?
Sir, that's why we are putting verification. First of all, we will ask question when someone lists on the platform. Then again, in the verification process, that will be taken care of.
And so we are also thinking on the lines of developing a star rating. So we will have some additional questions while a seller lists his book. So we will give it a star rating as well. So we will have a question through. So you have already gone through. You must have sell a second-hand phone on a website, right? It has some basic questions, and then it give you a rate for your phone.
So right? Rohit, what I understand is, see, the mobile phone and these are two different things. Here, what you can do rather is, because how many questions you may ask, you will not be ever be able to check if a page is torn or not in the book, and the seller may not declare that, right? What you can essentially do is you can deliver the money to him once the buyer in fact verifies that he got the book and in a condition that was promised to him. Till the time you can keep the money in an escrow account and so on, right?
Yes, sir. That's how we are trying to work here, because our initial thought was that we can send him the money after a month, but that would not work because there might be some independent sellers rather than a shop, right? So we were thinking on the lines, as soon as the book is delivered, we will transfer that money to the seller's account.
Yeah. Over to Setu.
Rohit and Yash, great idea. The problem that I think in the idea lies in the economics of it. As in, any delivery less than 300 rupees, if done, is not going to be profitable. So, did you guys, during your research, found out any other motivation, any other reason for a book owner to let go of his book apart from money? Are there other motivations that can drive him? So my Pustak, for example, uses a motivation of donation, right? So you will feel good about donating a book that you have already read and you want more people to read through it. Similarly, are there other motivations that you can use and burn it inside book cart so that people are also donating or giving away their books for those reasons?
So, my one of the motives was at the longer run, not this run, because we are not like at the initial stage, we will not be a profit-making company. But at the later run, when we will become a profit-making company, I was thinking on the lines that we can donate one book for every 10 books sold to an unprivileged child who is not able to afford his education. So that might be a moving factor for the seller or the buyer, because every transaction will move to a greater initiative at the end of the day.
So for example, I could think of a couple of motivations. One of my motivation is, if I have read a book, I would want it to go to a person who will actually read this book and thoroughly enjoy as much as I have, right? So if you match me with the right kind of donor, right kind of person who will actually relish what I read, I would be much more inclined to pass on all the books that I keep reading, because I just enjoy that, the fact that other person liked my recommendation, right? So if you have something of that kind of community angle, wherein every time that I donate my book to someone, they actually enjoy it, and there's a way that I get that validation, right? Uh,
Yeah.
then then that's an affirmation, or that's a validation going beyond economics, and I will be tempted to sell underprice my book for 150 in place of 250 or even 100 rupees to give away my book to that person. And that's when some kind of economics might start making sense. So
Okay.
I am
Yes.
really looking forward if you can come up with some such insight from your user research or by meeting all these book lovers.
Of course, because of course, book community is a very big community, and people like to refer books, read books, and pass on the knowledge. And we do recognize that fact. And yeah, of course, we can work on that model as well and try to motivate people to donate books rather than sell, or and also sell the books at a lower price by forming a community and involving like-minded people.
Where are you on the journey, Yash and Rohit, if I may ask?
Sir, we are not. We haven't started the whole process yet. This is just on the ideation part, and we haven't gone through the implementation. But yeah, this is a germ we are looking forward to grow in the future.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Yash. Thank you, Rohit.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Yash and Rohit. You may leave.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay. The next team is fashion, I think so. Fashion. They have kind of just, and it has Priyanka, Gaurav, and Abhishek.
What is the name?
Fashion or fashion. It's like
I was about to ask this team, how do you pronounce your name? I thought the team name is Fashion.
Acha, this was Maverick.
Fashion, and they have kind of just
This was Mavericks.
Yeah.
अपना permutation combination लगाया है कुछ.
वो name ही होगा is 90% probability.
Okay, I have admitted
Yeah.
Priyanka and Abhishek Chaurasya. And who's it? Yeah, hi Priyanka.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, is your teammate Gaurav not there?
Everyone is there, ma'am.
Is he Gaurav Yadav? Like, because I have the name.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, Priyanka. Hi, Gaurav. Hi, Abhishek. Hi. You may begin your presentation. You have 5 minutes for that.
Thank you, sir. Hey Shark, good afternoon. Our firm name is Fashion and we believe in everything old is new again. There is no such thing as a way when we throw anything away. It must go somewhere. Hi, I'm Priyanka Kumari, the CEO of the firm, and with our two co-founder members, Gaurav Kumar, who looks over our finances, and Abhishek Chaurasia, who take care over the marketing section. So if we talk about our business, we mainly deal in two types of business. Firstly, we prepare a design clothes, and secondly, we also deal with making other stuffs which are in our day-to-day use at our homes. And the best part of our business is we are not involving a single percent of any new textile over here. That is, all we are using is old and waste clothes. सो हमारा जो बिजनेस है उसमें हम क्या कर रहे हैं हमें पता है कि हम अपने घर पे भी देखते हैं कि जो हमारे पास जो ड्रेसेस होती है उसको हम एक बार पहनते हैं और फिर उसके बाद हम उसको दोबारा पहनना नहीं चाहते हैं और या तो वो हमें साइज इशू करती है या फिर हमारे अगर हम अपर सेक्शन की बात करें तो स्टेटस पे भी मैटर करती है तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं उसको कि हम उसे मार्केट में इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं एज अ न्यू डिजाइन क्लोथ हम कस्टमर को बुला रहे हैं कि आप अपने पुराने कपड़ों को लेके आइए और फिर हम उसको आपके नीड और वांट्स के अकॉर्डिंग डिजाइन करेंगे नाउ अभिषेक विल कंटिन्यू
Good afternoon, sir. I am Abhishek Chorse and I am the co-founder of this company. Hello, sir. हमारा ये जो प्रोडक्ट है हमारे इंडिया में ये बिजनेस के बहुत कम कॉम्पिटिटर है ये कोई बड़े लेवल पे हमारा कोई कॉम्पिटिटर नहीं है इस वजह से हमारा मार्केटिंग जो लेवल है वो अच्छा हो जाता है और इसके वजह से हमारा जो ब्रांड है वो एक ब्रांड बनने में मतलब कि हमारी हेल्प करेगा एक तरह से थैंक यू सर कुमार गौरव
Gaurav, you can unmute yourself.
Gaurav, is there any issue?
चैट पे बता दो गौरव या रीजॉइन कर लो
Gaurav, if you are unable
yeah
to find...
we could hear you Gaurav
Gaurav is there
Gaurav, if you are unable to speak, can you just rejoin if you're able to unable to connect to the audio?
Okay, so if we can questions, we can ask some questions till Gaurav joins in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Priyanka. So you're saying you're basically recycling the old, clothes and textile into new dresses, is what you're saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you source the old clothes?
So हमने सोचा है कि हम इसको मार्केटिंग करेंगे हम इंस्टाग्राम के थ्रू जाएंगे एंड वी विल डू एडवर्टाइजमेंट और हम डोर्स टू स्टार्टिंग में हम सोच रहे थे कि हम एक वेंडर कलेक्ट करेंगे फिर हम डोर टू डोर हम उसको सेंड करेंगे कि आप जैसे कि हम सर ये आइडिया जो बेसिकली हमारा आया हम जो देखते हैं कि रोड पे वो साइकिल वाले भैया चलते हैं वो हमारे घर से पुराने कपड़े लेते हैं एंड यूज टू जस्ट आस्क कि आपको उससे क्या चाहिए होता है और वो हमें डो मैट्स और बेसिक अदर स्टफ्स उसे बना के देते हैं वो स्टार्टिंग हमसे कोई मनी चार्ज नहीं करते हैं जब तक हाँ वो हमें क्लोज मतलब वो जो स्टफ्स होते हैं उसको वापस रिटर्न नहीं करते हैं तो एक पहला सोर्स था कि हमें जो अदर स्टफ्स रेडी करने का आया हम उससे करेंगे एंड द वेरी सेकंड थिंग कि जो हमारा ड्रेस डिजाइन करने का है उसके लिए हमने सोचा कि हम इंस्टाग्राम पे जाएंगे एंड वी विल आस्क कि अपने खुद के कुछ डिजाइन पहले दिखाएंगे उनको एंड देन विल से कि अगर आपके कुछ कपड़े हैं जिसको आप थ्रो कर देना चाहते हो तो उसको आप वापस से डिजाइन करवा सकते हो वो उसको वेस्ट नहीं कर सकते हो
In the logistics is not very clear to me as in आपने इंस्टाग्राम पे डाल दिया डिजाइन अभी सामने से किसी ने बोला हाय मुझे चाहिए ये आपने बोला पुराने कपड़े दे दो आपका बंदा जाके कलेक्ट करेगा लेके आएगा is what you're saying?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Okay. And then in whatever way you recycle it and do you understand that every cloth cannot be recycled into what you're showing on an Instagram picture, right? So for example,
Sir, we are not recycling the clothes. We are designing the clothes. For example, अगर हमारे पास किसी ने हमें एक डेनिम जैकेट गिफ्ट किया, तो हम उसको अपने वे से उसमें कुछ थ्रेड वर्क और उसमें मे बी हम उस डेनिम से उसको कंप्लीटली कन्वर्ट कर देंगे इन द गुजराती स्टाइल और मिरर वर्क, तो हम उसको कुछ अट्रैक्टिव लुक देंगे. हम उस कपड़े को रिसाइकिल नहीं करेंगे.
So, Priyanka, do you realize जो ज्यादातर कपड़े जो हम फेंकते हैं, we throw them away because, not because it is torn or something, but because its basic color would have faded. It would have started looking old, right? That's the reason we throw it. तो उसके ऊपर आप कुछ भी कर देंगे, so it will not look new now. And if I was not going to wear that then, just because you design something on it, I'll not start wearing it.
सर you will also accept the fact कि हम अगर एक मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से भी बात करें या फिर अपर सेक्शन में जाएं, they don't used to wear the same dresses they wear at one party. उनके
Again, you will have to clarify first, what is the segment you are playing in? Is it just female premium dresses that you are talking about? Or is it day-to-day wear for everybody that you're talking about?
सर इट्स हम डे टू डे को अदर स्टफ्स के लिए यूज करना चाहेंगे और जो हमारा प्रीमियम ड्रेसेस होगा जैसे कि कुछ कॉस्टली ड्रेसेस उसको हम वापस से डिजाइन करना चाहेंगे. जो कपड़े जिसको हम वापस से डिजाइन नहीं कर सकते हैं, हम उस कपड़ों को कुछ और यूज में लाएंगे, जैसे हैंकरचिप्स प्रोड्यूस करने में, डोरमैट्स प्रोड्यूस करने में.
Again, I used to see the economics in the second part because ये इसका जो economics है, ये जो छोटे छोटे आपने बताया ठेले वाले ये लोग करते हैं already इस चीज को, वो बहुत उस चीज में there's not a much of margin wherein you can fetch clothes and you can then recycle it and then sell it again. Okay, over to you, Setu.
Sir,
the other segment, so there was one person who dropped in the middle of the presentation. Would you like to continue? I don't think Gaurav has joined us back.
No, he's not there in the waiting room also.
Okay. In that case, Priyanka and Abhishek, let us focus on the other segment that we have, wherein they're affluent women and they use a dress once or twice. And the market that you're catering to is if they want to get their dress redone, you'd cater to that market, right? Am I right?
Sorry, sir, but you're not clear to us.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
All right. So, hello. Hi, Gaurav. Would you want to continue where you left?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Saks. My name is Kumar Gaurav, and I am one of the co-founder of this idea. We have visualized an idea to reuse the clothes that are thrown away, thinking as waste at zero or minimum investment. The investment will be very minute, which is of a stitching machine and threads. Initially, we will have less work labor, those who will collect the waste clothes from door to door in smaller scale. And then, as per the requirements of the customer, we will make new items.
I think we got this pitch. Priyanka, so my question, I'll repeat my question. Priyanka,
Yes.
Gaurav, and Abhishek. My question was considering targeting affluent women who use a dress once or twice and they use it on a certain occasion. How are you going to redesign that dress if you don't come from fashion background or if you don't exactly meet the aesthetics or the requirement of the customer?
Sir, I don't belong from the fashion background, but me personally designs the dress. So यहाँ पे starting में तो designing part मैं खुद handle कर रही हूँ and the stitching part will be we will must be hiring someone. So हम बेसिकली जो हमारा आइडिया था कि हम एक बोरिंग ड्रेसेस को या फिर जो एक बार यूज आ जाता है वो दोबारा यूज नहीं करना चाहते हैं या फिर कई बार होते हैं कि वो साइज की इश्यूज आ जाते हैं, तो हम उसको वापस से कुछ उसमें अट्रैक्टिव लुक लेके आए कि वो वापस से हम एक बार फिर से उसको यूज कर सके. वो हम एक कंप्लीटली बोर लुक से हम एक न्यू लुक में जाना चाहते थे.
अभी उसका alternate क्या है? Currently market में, if you have used a dress for a wedding, people bring that dress back to the tailor, the female tailor that usually stitches their clothes. They bring it back to them. उनको बोलते हैं इसका गला change कर दो या इसका पीछे आप एक इस टाइप से आप चेंज कर दो, या ये आप मैं इस टाइप के ड्रेस के साथ पेयर करना चाहती हूँ, तो whatever needs to be stitched, whatever needs to be changed, आप वो चेंज कर लो. Is that the only alternate or are there other alternates right now?
सर वो अल्टरनेट सर, एक हम प्रॉपर अगर देखा जाए तो एक वेडिंग ड्रेस की, जैसे आपने एग्जांपल दिया, प्रॉपर वेडिंग ड्रेस को हम लोग उसमें कुछ ज्यादा चेंजेस नहीं कर सकते, वो जैसा है हमको वैसा ही प्रेजेंट करना पड़ेगा. लेकिन हम कंप्लीटली वेडिंग ड्रेस को फोकस नहीं कर रहे, हम अदर स्टफ्स को ज्यादा फोकस कर रहे हैं, जैसे कि वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द जीन्स. हम जीन्स में कुछ अच्छा रेनोवेट कर दे जिससे कि वो थोड़ा नॉर्मल प्लेन जीन्स से वो कुछ ज्यादा अच्छा दिखने लगे. मे बी हम उसमें कुछ ड्रॉ कर दे, या फिर कुछ मतलब एज पर जो हमारे कस्टमर्स चाहते हैं, उसको शिमरी लुक दे दे या फिर कुछ अट्रैक्टिव लुक दे दे.
I think in that case थोड़ा precisely define करना पड़ेगा कि affluent women का सिर्फ jeans handle करेंगे, right? And उसके design को change करेंगे या color add करेंगे. We'll have to define
So
the
here we are not here we are not basically focusing the one section of women या फिर completely किसी
You
एक
should.
सेक्शन ऑफ वुमेन को नहीं हम फोकस कर रहे हैं, ना ही एक सेक्शन ऑफ ड्रेसेस को फोकस कर रहे हैं, हम
Priyanka, you
कंप्लीटली
should.
वाइड रेंज को फोकस कर रहे हैं.
The entire problem with your statement is that you are focusing on a wide range. That's the first problem. You cannot do everything in every segment and every cloth and every kind of designing. No, there has to be some niche. Even if you pick up a brand as big as Manyavar, right? What are they into? Just ethnic, nothing else. Manyavar कल को बोलेगा हम jeans बनाएंगे, हम western dresses बनाएंगे. Do you think that will be a successful model?
No, sir.
No. Hence, first you should study your market. Which are the people who would want to get their dresses redone? And as it comes very naturally, very obviously to us, could be females from the affluent society, as Setu was saying, who want to get their dresses redone, do not want to wear that dresses, time and again. Jeans, let's say if you pick up jeans for male section, I don't think they would want to, there's a lot of, maybe the millennials would want to get it done, but we do wear plain jeans that we can keep wearing for 2 years, 3 years without getting anything done over them. No, we are not the target market.
Sir, we are not basically targeting the male section, but we are talking about the female section now. So we had done some kind of research, like हमने हर section में जाके बात की और हर dresses almost हर ड्रेसेस की अल्टरनेटिव्स ढूंढने की कोशिश की. तो कुछ लोगों का है कि वो अपने, अगर फॉर एग्जांपल हम ट्रेडिशनल में जाए तो उसमें भी वो कुछ रेनोवेट कराना चाहते हैं. अभी हम देख रहे हैं फैशन इतनी.
Okay, Priyanka, you'll have to define that kuch first before you get into.
ओके सर. सर फॉर एग्जांपल हम अगर ट्रेडिशनल, हम देख रहे हैं कि फैशन इतना तेजी से बढ़ रहा है ना कि जो ट्रेडिशनल ड्रेसेस है हमारा, आजकल लोग फॉर एग्जांपल कुर्ती को भी वो थोड़ा वेस्टर्न लुक में चाहने लगे हैं.
Again, Priyanka, you are just maybe you see many dresses and you're blown away by the creativity and everything, but
Yes,
everything you'll have to narrow it down, define it first, and that's our only suggestion.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, our suggestion will be think of first 5 customers and think of just 1 or 2 kinds of dresses that you want to sort of focus on for the first 6 months.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Abhishek, Gaurav.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, and you may leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, the next team is One Hit Wonders. It has got Abhishek, Vishal, and Ayush.
Tanay is quite silent. Tanay, you're there?
Yes, yes.
Are you enjoying it or getting bored?
No, enjoying.
You can ask questions anytime, right?
Good to have you here, Abhishek, Vishal, and Ayush. Let's begin the presentations.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So first of all, good afternoon, everyone. I am myself Abhishek Kumar.
I am Vishal Bhagat.
And our teammate is Ayush, and we are going to present a presentation on mushroom cultivation. So kindly take a look on the presentation that we have made. take a minute, sir. I am sharing the screen, sir. So here is the slide so that we have presented. The first slide shows about the introduction part, and the second slide you can see here is the table of contents. Here is the SWOT analysis, strategy, marketing, HR, finance, etc. Sir.
Abhishek, you have only 5 minutes, so everything should be wrapped within that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Now there are basically two types of mushroom. First is oyster and second is button mushroom. So we are going to produce only two types of mushroom here. Now take a look on the third slide, that is how to produce mushroom. So we are going to produce a mushroom with the following kits such as mushroom kit. It consists of manure, substrate, etc. Now second thing is the trays that we are made which is use of plastic, metal or wood. Now this is the third, which is compost and cow manure. Mix it well and then put it in the pour the mixture in the compost tray. Now we have to purchase a mushroom on the mushroom ready-made stores from online market or some offline markets. Now the sixth picture is the temperature which we can monitor with the help of thermometer that we can place it in the tray. We also know that the soil we also know that we have to avoid the temperature increasing with 21 degree or 70 degree Fahrenheit. Now we have to spray the water two times a day to maintain the moisture of the mushroom. Now we have to put some topsoil in the clay material so that the mushroom sprouts should be grown up. Now at last we have it takes only 28 to 30 days to produce a mushroom. Now at last we have to cut this mushroom after the complete harvesting. And here is noted that a single mushroom tray can produce mushrooms for 3 to 6 months after the first sprouts. Now from the next slide, my teammate Vishal should carry on.
Please, next, give the next slide. Abhishek.
Yes, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Oh, so why should we produce mushroom in Dhanbad? So we should produce mushroom in Dhanbad as its demand is very high and the supply is not that much up to. We can become a hub of mushroom production in Jharkhand by establishing a company. As we can see in the left pie chart that the Jharkhand contributes only 1% of the total mushroom production in India. So there is a big opportunity. And then comes the next slide, products and services. Abhishek. Sir, you can see there that there are oyster mushroom, canned mushroom. Some of the products we intend to engage with are basically white button mushroom and oyster mushroom. The price of our mushroom will totally depend on the kind of mushroom, like canned mushroom, frozen mushroom, dried mushroom. And normally oyster mushroom, the cost price generally costs 30 rupees and the selling price is 200. So there is a profit margin of 170 rupees. We have done a SWOT analysis that basically means strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Strength is that offering fresh and processed mushroom to our customer, offer training to intending mushroom farmer. Weakness, as we know that this business is not new, there are other established business, but in Dhanbad, this business hasn't started on a large scale. So it is our strength. Opportunity comes, opportunity. Increasing number of people awareness about health because mushroom is free from fat, cholesterol, etc. It also mitigate the risk of Alzheimer, heart disease, cancer, etc. Threat arrival of new competitor to our same location will be the biggest threat. Sir, and there are the strategy regarding organizing a business, that is marketing, finance, HR, and IT. So marketing always play a vital role in the sale and production of any commodity. So we should start our product advertisement from various sources like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And NABARD or Krishi Vigyan Kendra by Government of India, a government company, institution, and newspaper, and so on, and online websites. Then comes the finance. Starting any company requires other business, but here is a benefit as we doesn't need a lot of capital. The government institution provide some amount to the businessmen such as NABARD. The state government also provides subsidies to the mushroom farmer so as to encourage the unemployed youth So 100% subsidy is given for compost transportation. The under NHM national, that is National Horticulture Mission, government provide assistance to the mushroom farmers. Then comes the HR. In any business, human resources is a necessary, and over the years, government as well as local have increased their knowledge, experience, and skills. Service delivery and projects are the basics of establishing a HR system. HR department consists of following components that are a manager who increases the sale, employees who maintains the record, worker who grows the mushroom. Then the last come IT. After succeeding in our first phase, we are going to sell our product on e-commerce website. For this purpose, we will hire some technicians. Nowadays, mushroom cultivation is one of the most productive and profitable business in India, which needs less time and which needs less time as compared to any other business and get more result. Sir, now you are free to ask any questions.
Okay, Vishal, Abhishek, thank you. Ayush also, thank you. Just tell me, okay, mushroom cultivation, I understand doing it in Dhanbad, I understand demand, it will be consumed. What is differently that you are doing, that somebody else can or will not do, right? The government is also promoting mushroom cultivation like anything. So there are a lot of farmers who are coming into this space. So anything different that you want to do?
Yes, sir. We only produce organic mushroom. And
yes,
organic.
Okay, Ayush, before you go into further, I'll have to stop you there. Organic is such a cliched word these days. Everywhere, every product that you see, they'll mention organic there, and a lot of farmers are already doing that. Again, it's not a differentiator anymore.
Yes, sir. And
Yeah,
we will provide canned mushroom, frozen mushroom, and dried mushroom.
Everybody
and
does that.
sliced mushroom. And one of
you go to a
the
Reliance
sector.
Fresh. You go to a Reliance Fresh. How will you be selling these mushrooms?
So we will sell this. Yes, Abhishek.
So we will list.
Yeah, Abhishek, tell me.
What was the question?
How will you sell the mushroom? Who will you sell it to?
Sir, we are going to sell it in the first phase to the local businessmen such as vendors who sell chow mein, etc. And we should sell it in the malls.
No, are you going to package it into a certain brand, then sell it?
No, sir. First of all, we have to only cultivate it and then sell it in the local market.
You cannot, Abhishek, do you realize the ground force you need to go and sell it personally to all the vendors and chow mein wala and everybody?
No, sir. First of all, sir, basically in Dhanbad, mushroom is not so famous. So we have to sell this in the small scale now.
Again, asking, how will you sell it? Whom will you sell it to first?
Sir, in the local markets basically, and then carry forward to the big market.
यार आप सब्जी वाले की तरह ये क्या बोलते हैं टोकरी लेके तो नहीं बैठोगे वहां मार्केट में नहीं बैठोगे ना
नो सर
कैसे
सर वही ऑनलाइन मार्केट
Sir, we can attract the customers by selling the much lesser than the one who are selling these shopkeepers.
Again, you'll have to be very clear on the so production is part. Again, since there is no differentiation production side, you'll have to be clear on if you want to build a brand of mushroom, right? And then model it in a certain manner, marketing saying it's organic and these are these things. And then you can sell it to, let's say, supermarkets, bigger players, right? Hotels, B2B, those kind of places. You'll have to be very clear about how you want to do that. And there, once you're clear with this, it is after that only that you'll be able to decide what kind of a margin are you able to, attract from these players. Mushroom is not something which is a very, very high value added product, right? It sells at a very normal rate, right? It's not a very, one of these exotic fruits, so as to say, that sells a very high premium that you can earn margin out of. right? Yeah. Setu. Yeah.
Yeah, so continuing with Jail's point, mushroom is not going to be a D2C product. You can't sell it to customers directly. You'll have to go to Horeca, hotels, restaurant, or you'll have to go to modern trade. You'll have to give it to Reliance or one of the marts out there, Kmart, or you will have to go online, so Milk Basket or Big Basket. These players do procure a lot of potatoes, tomatoes. You will have to sell it to them, right? One question that I had was, and you need to figure out which one is your right customer, because me and Ayush and Abhishek are not the right customer. The right customers are one of these entities, right? Because you're not going to sell it to Ayush or Abhishek or me directly. My question was, is there any non-linear increase in mushroom consumption in Jharkhand? You mentioned that Jharkhand produces only 1% of mushroom. But does Jharkhand consume 10% of mushroom? Or is the consumption also in line with the production that is there?
Sir, as far as I think, yes, it is. People consume mushroom according to the production, but that market size is very not bigger in Jharkhand.
In that case, growing mushroom in Jharkhand, what is the specific advantage of growing mushroom in Jharkhand if the consumption is not so high in Jharkhand?
Sir, but the production is also less. That's why the consumption is
So
less.
if we will increase the production, then consumption will also increase.
Ayush, this is assumption.
You will have to check this assumption.
Yeah.
That is the consumption only because of less production? Because I think whomsoever in Jharkhand wants mushroom, they get it. Unless the prices of mushroom in Jharkhand is so higher as compared to Bihar or Bengal or UP, that you can see the difference. If there's the difference in the prices, then there's a reason to produce in Jharkhand. But otherwise, there might not be a reason to produce it in Dhanbad. You need to check that. Those are all the questions that I had, but very different idea from what we have seen so far. So kudos to that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek, Ayush, and Vishal. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, and you may leave.
What was the team, Avni?
The team was just one second. One hit wonders.
अच्छा हिट वंडर्स इसमें लिखा है वन हिट नहीं ना
Hit wonders, hit wonders.
Okay, so the next team is Golden Trio, and it has Prerna, Neha, Harish.
Yeah, Prerna, Neha, and Harish. Good afternoon, everyone. And
Good afternoon, sir.
You have 5 minutes for your presentation. You may proceed.
So means you will only get sir 5 minutes to present.
Yes, only 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. So is the screen visible?
Yes, it is.
So good afternoon, sir. Myself Harish Kumar Mahato, and I am with my co-partners Neha, Singhania, and Prerna Sama. So we come with the topic of biofuel. So biofuel is basically a blended of petrol and ethanol. So can you please move to the next slide, Neha? Yeah. So sir, biofuel is basically it's a blended of ethanol, petrol, or diesel. So we can get the ethanol from the sugarcane, maize, or soya beans, and so many more. So biofuel is a more fraction than any other existing fuels like diesel, petrol, CNGs, or electric cars as well. So biofuels burns clearer than the fossil fuels as well. So sir, so it starts with the problems in our surroundings. So in this era, the major problem is of global warming. its causes are we can see some melting of glaciers, and it's mainly due to the air pollution. So the air pollution causes sources of air pollutions are means automobiles are the primary source of air pollutions. Automobiles like cars and other vehicles, and the diesel and petrol used in these emits a huge number of greenhouse gases like CO2, SO2 in the environment. And so burning of fossil fuels crop also causes air pollutions and industries as well. So here is the data. You can see how much biofuel, how much air pollution is caused by the automobiles or road vehicles, industrial process, and all. 56%, almost 56% of the air pollutants comes from the on-road vehicles. So we have the solutions at present are the CNG, liquid hydrogens, biofuels, and other existing fuels. So all these are sustainable and eco-friendly at such a level. We get biofuels from the plant-based biofuels make a big contributions in these solutions. And we also have some electric vehicles, but it's not at a present more flexible than the biofuels. So basically we get ethanol from sugarcane. As India is the second largest producer of sugarcane, and sugarcane ethanol is an alcohol-based fuel produced by the fermentation of sugarcane juice and the molasses. Means it's a clean, affordable, and it has a much high octane number than the petrol and the diesel and other existing fuels. And so sugarcane ethanol has emerged as a leading renewable fuel for the transportation sector. So here you can see here the process how we can extract the molasses, and then we did fermentation process, and then distillations, and then we get ethanol from it. So we have a plant section. It's a plant section. So first there are 4 plant sections. It's a first one is raw material section, fermentation section, distillation section, and finally the finished product storage sections. Now here is our team member Prerna Sama, who is take away with you the SWOT analysis, special analysis, and more.
Good morning, sir. So we can
No,
start
just
from the
1
SWOT.
minute. Just 1 minute more.
This is a SWOT analysis, that is strength. We can see that sugarcane is easily available and bioethanol has more number of octane, timely requirement with high priority, sustainable energy supply, and we can see at the weakness that technical immaturity, food versus fuel concerns, and unfamiliar fueling option. And in the opportunity, untapped niche markets, no more flexible and convenience fueling option in the market, and employment and farmers' profit. And in the threats, ineffective logistics, some emerging companies like Imami Agrotech, who can give tough competition. And there are some uncertainty with the plant setup. And we can, Neha slide. This is the pest analysis, which can affect on political, like India. The objective transport section is to have
Got
40%
that,
renewable.
Prerna. We can read this. Anything else apart from this, if you want to get into? Yeah.
So basically, this is a pest analysis which can affect, and this is
Correct.
preferred location we have. Like our preferred location is Delhi, because of the fact that air pollution is at the peak in the capital region, as given in the chart below. And this is a USP, unique selling proposition. Our motive is to increase ethanol blending with petrol from 20 to 40%. And we can purchase sugarcane directly from the farmers, which is open, untapped agriculture sector. Our product is lower in cost than other companies. And after that, financial modeling will be assigned by Neha. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. I would like to explain the financial model of our presentation. Here we can show the cost of production per liter. Then we have calculated our production per year on the basis of our per day production is 10,000 liters, and our total cost is estimated as 16 crore 95 lakh 26,000. And now
Okay,
if
yeah,
we,
got that. Now, see, okay, I
okay,
don't
sir.
know the revenues and all first. So, when you want to manufacture ethanol is the business proposition, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, no, first help me understand. Ethanol is something which is already being manufactured by various players at a, at in various parts of the country. The government is already promoting ethanol blended petrol, right? It is already, the government has contracts. What is it that you're going to do differently that you want to get into a manufacturing zone as a startup?
So means the existing companies uses maize, soybeans, and other products.
No,
But
they
sir,
use sugarcane also.
yes, sir. They are also using sugarcane, but they are not only using sugarcanes. Means they use all other crops as well. But here means what we can do is, sir, as here what we can do is, means sugarcane is the India is the largest producer of sugarcane. So
I
basically,
got
only
that, Harish. See, what I'm saying is, as a startup, you do not get something which requires an initial investment of crores and crores of rupees, also when there's no background of mind to be into it, right? So even if you, how do you fund that? Even if you go to a bank, what they check for first is, do you have a very extensive experience? Let's say you had already been, the head of factories for a head of plants for, some ethanol producing company for 20 years. You now want to set up your own, right? That gives you some experience also. But just because something is in fad or something is already being done by several companies, I get into it to produce it, doesn't make sense. Also, with such a high investment. No, manufacturing businesses with very, very low margins. Okay, anything you manufacture on such a mass scale, and these are sold to government, or the OMCs, the water marketing companies.
yes,
The margins are too less, and if you do not have an experience into that sector, you'll overspill your costs.
so means our cost is also lower than the existing market's cost.
How?
Sir, we have calculated it, means the machinery cost, plant section cost, and also.
How do you calculate the machinery cost, Harish, without even having any experience in? Have you ever visited a plant? Have you ever visited a big factory?
Literally no, sir.
Then, yeah, what are you talking about? Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah.
Harish and Neha and Prerna, I had the question around timing. So, is there any reason why you want to do it right now? Has government come up with any policy? Has government fixed the procurement cost for sugarcane? Why could this idea not be achieved 5 years back or 5 years later?
Sorry, sir. I didn't get your question. Can you please repeat?
Oh, okay. So my question was about timing. I wanted to understand, why do you want to do the startup of ethanol production right now in 2022?
So as we can see, sir, means air pollution and sir, global warming is increasing day by day. And currently we are using sir normal petrol or diesel, which which emits a huge number of sir greenhouse gases. So sir, we come with the idea of the sir biofuel, because sir at the ground level we are not using the sir biofuels or CNG or sir electric vehicles. So we come with the idea with sir we can use it at ground level first.
Will the combustion engine that regular petrol fuel vehicles also support ethanol blended petrol, or will it require a separate combustion engine?
No, sir. We can use it with some normal petrol and diesel engine.
It cannot work on petrol or diesel engine. It can only be one, right? Because you can't use diesel in a petrol engine, petrol in a diesel engine. So I'm sure ethanol blended petrol will either go with one or the other, or it might need a new combustion engine altogether. I'm not aware about it, but do you have awareness about it?
So there is a one UK company which produces biofuel, and here means we collected the data from there. sir, they use the same engines of the petrol and diesel to use these biofuel. Means if we have blended of 40% ethanol and 60% the normal petrol and diesel, then we can use the same engine.
Okay, okay.
So, sir, we don't need any modification in that engine.
Got
We can
it.
directly use, yeah, sir, we can directly use this blended ethanol or it's a blended biofuel.
What are your backgrounds, Harish, Neha, and Reena?
So I'm pursuing my BTech engineering in mining.
And what about
Correct.
Neha?
I've just completed my graduation from BCom.
Sir, I am in second year of BCom honors.
Okay, okay. Those are all the questions that I had. Any questions, anything else that you may like to ask?
Thanks, Setu.
Yeah.
Harish, Prerna, Neha, thank you for your presentation. Wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You may leave.
Abhi, how many more are there?
3.
Acha.
3.
I might have to join from phone because my laptop is about to get discharged.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is Pushpa.
Hello, Saks.
Sorry, I was on mute. Hi, Pushpa.
Hi, sir.
Hi. So for presentation, we have 5 minutes, and for Q&A, we have 5 minutes. Go ahead, Pushpa.
Okay. So my presentation on digital dairy express. डिजिटल डायरी एक्सप्रेस में नाउ डेज हर कोई ऑनलाइन ही घर बैठे ही सब कुछ मंगाना चाहता है, तो ये एक मिल्क सेल प्रेजेंटेशन है जो आपके डेली रिक्वायरमेंट को फुलफिल करेगा. These are the outlines of the presentation. Problem statement, proposed solution, market targeting, business revenue model, how to use the app, milk production, organizational mission, going forward, need of the hour.
पुष्पा, मेरे को ना स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है, मेरे को सिर्फ वही बिजनेस रेवेन्यू मॉडल वाला स्क्रीन दिख रहा है.
Sorry.
Go to first slide and then again slide share from beginning.
पुष्पा, वापस एक बार अपना स्क्रीन शेयर कर लीजिए. आई थिंक सो इट्स गॉट स्टक.
सर अभी शो हो रही है?
हाँ.
Sir, first problem statement. Due to lockdown, the milk seller is facing a lot of trouble in selling milk. Looking at the situation as of now, we have to stay in our home due to various type of diseases. Customer don't like going to the milk seller house or milk shop. People have to stay out of the house for 2 to 3 hours to get only milk. After buying milk, it is too difficult to calculate aftermath. It is a matter of great difficulty to stand in the crowd for hours on these bad days. Proposed solution. We will connect those milk sellers who want to sell milk. Subscription-based micro delivery services fulfilling daily needs of customer every morning. Those who have throughout the day should order as much milk as they want. Its time limit will be
12 o'clock day to 12 o'clock in the night. We will deliver the order milk between morning 5 a.m. to morning 9 a.m. We'll increase our services according to the need of the people. Customer will be able to save their time. Market targeting. सर मैंने यहाँ पे ग्रेडी सिटी को टारगेट किया है जिसकी पॉपुलेशन 1,14,533 है अर्बन एरिया की मेट्रोपॉलिटन पॉपुलेशन इज 1,43,630 जिसमें 74,901 आर मेल्स एंड 68,729 आर फीमेल नगर परिषद में
we got that
तो हमें थोड़ा जल्दी जल्दी करना पड़ेगा हमारे पास सिर्फ 5 मिनट है प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए
ओके सर नगर परिषद में केवल 19,740 घर हैं जिसमें बेसिक एनिमिटीज जैसे वाटर और सेवरेज सप्लाई होती है और ग्रेडी सिटी में चिल्ड्रन पॉपुलेशन 30,246 लड़के हैं और 10,153 लड़कियां एवरी डे हाउस होल्ड रिक्वायर 2 liters ऑफ मिल्क टोटल रिक्वायरमेंट
नेक्स्ट
business revenue model. We will reach out to our customer through our commercial app Digital Dairy Express. These are the logo. We will keep in touch with milkmen so that we will reach out to our customer with it. We will give our customers milk without alteration with the best care and cleanliness. Financial detail. First year investment. So sir ये first year की investment है ई-कॉमर्स ऐप की अमाउंट 1.5 लाख है
ठीक है उसमें नहीं जाएंगे अभी पुष्पा इसके बाद कुछ और है
यस सर हाउ टू यूज द ऐप सबसे पहले डिजिटल डेयरी एक्सप्रेस डाउनलोड करेंगे उसमें रजिस्टर करके आपको कितनी चाहिए मिल्क उसके बाद उसकी डिलीवरी की जाएगी कस्टमर तक
गॉट इट
सर मिल्क प्रोडक्शन इंडिया का मिल्क प्रोडक्शन का डेटा है ये
ठीक है नेक्स्ट
सर ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल मिशन The mission of Digital Dairy Express to gain the position among the top home delivery milk dairies in India.
ठीक है.
Okay, sir. Going forward, farm owners must take a keen interest in the maintenance of cultivated areas of land for growing fodder crop for the purpose of cattle. Normally, the land area okay.
ठीक है.
Need of the hour. Customer may take some time for this company services. May take a few years to do well. We will increase our milk production item, keeping in the view the needs of people. Thank you, sir.
अभी पुष्पा गिरिडीह में लोग जो दूध लेने जाते हैं या जो दूध वाला पहुंचा देता है राइट
yes, sir.
क्या दिक्कत है
सर बहुत सारे जगह पे हो नहीं पाती है अच्छे से सेलिंग मिल्क की
क्या दिक्कत आती है
जैसे कि उनको पता नहीं रहता कि वो कैसे हम सेल करें और किनको चाहिए
किसको नहीं पता होता दूध वाले को
नो सर कस्टमर भी अभी घर बैठे ही सब कुछ मंगाना चाहते हैं जैसे ऑनलाइन ही सब कुछ करना चाहते
हैं मेरी पहले सवाल समझिए प्रॉब्लम क्या है गिरिडीह में अभी कोई तो दूध लाने जाता है या कोई घर पे पहुंचा देता है दूध वाला इसमें आपको प्रॉब्लम क्या
सर इसमें प्रॉब्लम नहीं है लेकिन हर कुछ अभी डिजिटल हो रहा है
अरे डिजिटल हो रहा है तो क्या हो गया यार मतलब प्रॉब्लम तो बताओ मतलब उसमें कोई आपसे किसी ने कहा कि मुझे ये दिक्कत आती है अगर घर पे पहुंचा दे और घर पे अगर पहुंचाने वाली बात है तो दूध वाला पहुंचा देता है वो तो लोग खुद से लाने जाते हैं क्योंकि उनको सामने वो देखना चाहते हैं और उसको वहीं से लेना चाहते हैं तो दिक्कत क्या है
लेकिन फिर भी बहुत सारे घर ऐसे हैं जिनको घर बैठे ही चाहिए होते
तो घर वाले दूध वाला पहुंचा देता है
ओके
तो क्या दिक्कत है
सर कोई दिक्कत नहीं है
तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है तो क्यों फिर उसको सॉल्व कर रहे हो ये बताओ
आप पुष्पा आपको ऐसा लग रहा है कि ऐसा करके हम और बेहतर कर देंगे मिल्क डिलीवरी को ये आप सोच रहे हैं कि कोई दिक्कत नहीं है लेकिन इससे और अच्छा हो जाएगा
यस सर
तो जब भी आप दो टाइप के प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट होते हैं जिसको बोलते हैं पेन किलर्स और विटामिन्स पेन किलर्स मतलब आप किसी की तकलीफ दूर कर रहे हैं और विटामिन मतलब कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, लेकिन आप विटामिन बी, विटामिन सी की टैबलेट ले रहे हैं। तो जब भी बिजनेस बनता है पेन किलर्स को सॉल्व करके, विटामिन को सॉल्व करके आप थोड़ा सा बना सकते हैं बिजनेस, पर उसके लिए आपको ऐसे कस्टमर के पास जाना पड़ेगा जो जिसको इन सब एक्स्ट्रा चीजों के पैसे देने की आदत हो। ऐसे कस्टमर्स आपको गिरिडीह में नहीं मिलेंगे, ऐसे कस्टमर्स आपको शायद दिल्ली या मुंबई या बैंगलोर जाके मिले, ठीक है, जिनको डिजिटली दूध मंगाना हो। और फिर ऐसे कस्टमर को समझ के आपको इनको समझना पड़ेगा कि ये डिजिटली दूध क्यों नहीं मंगा रहे हैं, कि घर के नीचे अमूल आता है, घर के नीचे मदर डेयरी आता है, तो भी इनको घर पे बॉटल चाहिए। क्यों ऐसा है, क्या ऐसा रीजन हो सकता है कि इन्हें घर पे चाहिए होगा? और फिर शायद आप एक बढ़िया सोल्यूशन निकाल पाए। पुष्पा, आपको समझ में आया मैंने जो बताया?
I think her screen is frozen. Yeah, she left, I think.
Okay.
शॉक में चली गई लगता है।
तो मेरे घर में ना जय, मेरे घर में दूध ऐप से ही आता है। मैं
अरे नहीं, तो देख, मिल्क बास्केट इतना बड़ा है, लेकिन गिरिडीह में ना, हम गिरिडीह को एग्जांपल लेके पकड़े, वहां पे लोग ₹5 प्रीमियम नहीं देंगे दूध के लिए। दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम।
ए पुष्पा,
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही थी।
अच्छा, तो मैं ही बता रहा था कि आपको ऐसा मार्केट पकड़ना पड़ेगा जहां पे लोग इस सोल्यूशन को यूज करें। गिरिडीह वो पहला मार्केट होना मुश्किल है, बैंगलोर हो सकता है, पुणे हो सकता है, मे बी दिल्ली, मुंबई, गुड़गांव भी हो सकता है, नोएडा हो सकता है। बट उस मार्केट में जाके फिर आपको लोगों से पूछना पड़ेगा कि आप अमूल और मदर डेयरी क्यों नहीं पीना चाहते हैं, आप क्यों घर पे मंगाना चाहते हैं जब नीचे की दुकान में अमूल पड़ा हुआ है। और फिर आपको समझ के सोल्यूशन बनाना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, ये मेरा फीडबैक रहेगा आपको। अगर आप गिरिडीह में कुछ करना चाहते हैं तो गिरिडीह में जो लोगों की एक्चुअल बहुत ही डीप प्रॉब्लम है उसको सॉल्व कीजिए। एस्पिरेशनल ऐसे बिजनेसेस गिरिडीह में शायद ना चले, या रांची में।
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू।
Thank you, Pushpa. Thank you for your presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pushpa. You may leave.
ओके, थैंक यू।
इसका टीम नेम क्या था हमने पुष्पा का?
Loner. Okay, next is Qwerty, and it has Gaurav and Paras.
No questions are coming from your side. We'll
You
talk.
both are only asking the questions which I want.
Okay. So, Paras and Gaurav.
Yes, sir.
And you may begin your presentations. You have exactly 5 minutes to do that.
Okay, sir. So I'm sharing the screen. So this is our PPT. Business mining. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
So our PPT is based on crypto mining. So can I explain it in Hindi?
Any language that is comfortable with you.
Okay. सर ये कंप्यूटर माइनिंग है। जैसे अगर हम लोग कोल कोई पकड़ ले तो हेवी मशीन से हम लोग माइन करते हैं, तो इसको क्रिप्टो हम लोग कंप्यूटर से माइन करते हैं। इसको 24 आवर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और इंटरनेट चाहिए, और इसको हम लोग माइन करते हैं एसएक्स मशीन से। और अभी का डिफिकल्टी रेट से अगर हम लोग इथेरियम कॉइन को माइन करते हैं तो 750 मेगाहर्ट्ज से का अगर हम लोग मशीन लेते हैं तो 97.5 डेज में एक इथेरियम माइन होता है। और हम लोग एसएक्स मशीन अगर हम लोग अगर इन्वेस्ट करते हैं 20 लाख रुपीस भी, तो 20 लाख रुपीस में हम लोग का 6 गीगाहर्ट्ज का आपका एसएक्स मशीन आता है। तो 750 मेगाहर्ट्ज में अगर 96 डेज में हम लोग एक इथेरियम माइन करते हैं तो 6 गीगाहर्ट्ज में हम लोग अप्रोक्सीमेटली एक महीने में सर अप्रोक्सीमेटली 3 इथेरियम माइन कर लेंगे, और जिसमें से हम लोग का पूल फीस, एक इथेरियम का पूल फीस अप्रोक्सीमेटली 30,000 रुपीज लगता है, और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फीस और इंटरनेट फीस लेके मैक्सिमम 50,000, and we can sell that crypto in by any app.
That's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think Setu will be the right person to ask questions on this. Yeah.
So Paras and Gaurav,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for the presentation. आप लोग कुछ बैकग्राउंड बताइए, क्या करते हैं और आपने किस क्रिप्टो करेंसी की माइनिंग की है अभी तक?
Sir, hello, sir. Myself Paras, and I am studying from Dhanbad, and I am currently doing my BCom, completing my BCom from Guru Nanak College, Dhanbad. सर अभी इन्वेस्टमेंट तो ज्यादा है सर, अभी हम लोग खैर स्टूडेंट ही है, तो 20 लाख इन्वेस्टमेंट अभी बीकॉम के टाइम में अभी घर वाला भी इतना अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाएगा, तो अभी तक हमने माइन नहीं किया है, बट हम लोग ने सारा कैलकुलेट किया है जितना प्रॉफिट है, मतलब ये श्योर एंड सर्टेन बिजनेस है सर।
अच्छा,
Gaurav, you can hear us?
Gaurav, mute पे हो। ठीक है, अभिषेक, Paras, maybe I'll ask questions to you. Gaurav,
yes, sir.
Then you have to rejoin.
Gaurav, you can leave and rejoin.
Paras, I see that there's a lot of other stuff on the presentation जो तुमने cover नहीं किया, but एक question जो पूछना था, why, how did you zero in on Ethereum and why not in Bitcoin?
Sir, I cannot hear you properly. Can you repeat it again?
मैं बोल रहा था कि तुमने ये इथेरियम पे ही क्यों जीरो इन किया है, कोई और कॉइन पे क्यों नहीं जीरो इन किया जिसको माइनिंग करना चाहिए?
Okay, sir, let me explain. सर अगर हम लोग बिटकॉइन को अगर पकड़ते हैं, है ना, तो बिटकॉइन में ना सर डिफिकल्टी रेट
छोड़ के,
सॉरी सर,
बिटकॉइन और इथेरियम को छोड़ के,
हेलो,
हाँ Paras,
we can hear you.
सर अगर हम लोग बिटकॉइन को पकड़ते हैं तो बिटकॉइन में सर जनरली डिफिकल्टी रेट बहुत ज्यादा है। अगर हम लोग एक बिटकॉइन को अगर माइनिंग कर दे रहे हैं ना, तो फिर हम लोग का मैक्सिमम 100 इयर्स तक हम लोग को एक बिटकॉइन माइन करने में लग जाएगा। अभी के टाइम में सर इथेरियम में सबसे कम डिफिकल्टी रेट है, जिसके हिसाब से हम लोग अगर 750 मेगाहर्ट्ज का अगर एसएक्स मशीन लेते हैं ना, तो 97.5 डेज में हम लोग एक इथेरियम माइन कर सकते हैं सर। एंड इथेरियम ही सर अभी जितना इंडिया में क्रिप्टो माइनर है, इथेरियम को ही ज्यादातर प्रिफर करता है। ऐसे सर हम लोग और कॉइन माइन कर सकते हैं, लेकिन प्रॉफिटेबल जो कॉइन हमको मेरे रिसर्च के हिसाब से हमको इथेरियम ही लगा। और सर और एक बात हम बोलना चाहेंगे कि जो हमारा मशीन रहेगा, मतलब उसमें हम लोग एल्गोरिदम रन करेंगे, एक एल्गोरिदम रन होते रहेगा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी और इंटरनेट के थ्रू, वो अपने आप सर हर 15 सेकेंड में ब्लॉकचेन से इथेरियम का कुछ परसेंट छूटता है, वो कुछ परसेंट सर जितना क्रिप्टो माइनर है इंडिया में वो सब में डिवाइड होता है। तो ऐसे करते करते मतलब जितना हम लोग का हेवी मशीन रहेगा उतना जल्दी जल्दी हम लोग का माइन होगा सर। मतलब 750 मेगाहर्ट्ज में अगर हम 97 डेज में एक इथेरियम माइन कर रहे हैं, तो 6 गीगाहर्ट्ज मतलब 1000 मेगाहर्ट्ज इक्वल टू 1 गीगाहर्ट्ज होता है सर। तो 6 गीगाहर्ट्ज में हम लोग अप्रोक्सीमेटली महीना में 3 to 3.5 इथेरियम माइन कर सकेंगे।
पारस, इकोनॉमिक्स में एक जनरली प्रिंसिपल बोलते हैं कि जहां भी सुपर नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट्स होते हैं वहां पे नए प्लेयर्स आते हैं। इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है किसी भी चीज में जहां कुछ दिमाग नहीं लगाना है या कुछ अलग नहीं करना है, प्रोसेस रन करके हम प्रॉफिट जनरेट कर रहे हैं, तो जहां प्रॉफिट जनरेट हो रहे होंगे वहां नए नए प्लेयर्स आके तुरंत उस प्रॉफिट को नॉर्मलाइज कर देंगे। आप एक सिस्टम लगा के माइनिंग करने की बात कर रहे हो, रन करने की बात कर रहे हो, जो भी नए कोइन आते हैं, जहां भी थोड़ा सा भी सुपर नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट, लोग इतना ज्यादा उसको माइन करने के लगते हैं कि वो नॉर्मलाइज हो जाता है।
सर उस हिसाब से अगर हम लोग
बिजनेस,
कैन आई टेल यू सर, अगर उस हिसाब से अगर देखा जाए ना, तो मतलब जब हम लोग को जितना प्रॉफिट होगा तो हम लोग उतना आगे, हम लोग मशीन को भी तो उतना डेवलप करेंगे सर। ऐसा होते
आप
होते
जितने
अगर हम
दिन
लोग
में पारस, आप जितने दिन में मशीन डेवलप करोगे ना,
हाँ,
लोगों के पास पूरे पूरे इतने बड़े बड़े इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, ये विल नॉट वेट फॉर दैट टाइम, right? They can start now as we are speaking if there is a super normal profit in any kind of a mining. Yeah.
Okay.
पारस एंड गौरव, जस्ट वन मोर क्वेश्चन। मेरे पास अगर 20 लाख रुपए हैं तो मैं अपना माइनर खुद खरीद के इथेरियम माइनिंग क्यों नहीं करूं? मैं इसको आपको क्यों दे दूं माइन करने के लिए? व्हाट इज द एक्स्ट्रा दैट यू विल गिव मी that I cannot do it on my
Sir,
own?
I can give you a profit share. Simply.
Will you give me 100% profit share?
So, but I can afford you 40% of profit share.
और अगर मैं खुद से रन करूंगा तो I'll keep 100% to myself.
Yes, sir.
तो why will people not do it? Why will people give you money to keep 40%? So इसका बिजनेस मॉडल ये हो सकता है कि आप लोगों से 20 लाख नहीं, आप लोगों से 20,000 रुपए लें, बिकॉज जिनके पास 20 लाख रुपए नहीं है, जो एक इथेरियम माइनर रन नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, आपने 100 लोगों को इकट्ठा कर लिया जिनके पास 20,000 रुपए हैं, and give them 80% share, keep the 20% share. In that case, आप एक एग्रीगेशन रन कर रहे हैं, एग्रीगेशन सर्विस रन कर रहे हैं, टूल रन कर रहे हैं, और बदले में जो प्रॉफिट निकल रहा है उसको 20% अपने पास रख रहे हैं, बाकी 80% को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर पा रहे हैं जो कभी इथेरियम माइनिंग रन नहीं कर पाते.
Yes, sir.
That could have been a business model. पर अगर आप 20 लाख रुपए चाहिए to run a miner, मैं खुद ही रन कर लेता हूँ 20 लाख रुपए में.
Yes, sir.
That's my that all that I had. If you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you then. Thank you, Paras. Thank you, Gaurav, for your presentation. Wish you the best.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Okay, the next is cubicle comics.
Okay, the last.
I have one more vanquisher.
Okay. Hi Ekta, hi Deepika, hi Samriddhi, and Ruchika.
Hi, sir.
Over to you. You can start your presentation. You have sharply 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, sir. We are Team Cubicle Comics from Jamshedpur. We are here to present before you ideas about local grocery delivery app that will provide help to local grocery stores owners to connect to their customers in a smart way, especially in this COVID situation. Next, Ekta will explain the presentation.
Ekta, go ahead.
Ekta? Is there any issue, Ekta? You can just, if you're unable to mute yourself, and you can just rejoin. Rejoin. Other team member, please, you may continue.
Has the presentation to share?
Maybe rest of the teammates can introduce themselves meanwhile she's joining.
Good afternoon. I am Jessica.
Good afternoon, ma'am. So,
Yeah, Ekta, you can start.
Sir, Deepika was going to present the presentation.
If you have any issues with the presentation, no worries. You can just, start talking about the idea and the concept.
Okay, sir. So, basically, our idea is to provide home delivery services to the people in urban areas, as it is the COVID situation, and it's difficult for elderly citizens to go and take their groceries. We will build an app through which they can just order their groceries from local grocery shops near their houses, and that can be provided. Then the owners of the shops can deliver the stuffs. It will be easy for both owners and customers to interact with each other. Our business will basically help them to learn how they will be able to interact.
And the most important target group for home delivery are families with small children and people with physical restriction. We are we are providing the home deliveries for the people who are very ill and who are very sick and not able to walk for the grocery stores. We are also providing the app for both grocery stores and owners and customers to interact with each others.
It will be easy for them to schedule time at what time they want their groceries to be delivered, their convenience, and our time will be mostly. It will help for unemployed, for people who.
We got that. We get this. This is a grocery delivery app. Anything specific you would want to show us, just show us that. Otherwise, we understand this. Okay. Thank you, Samriddhi, Ruchika, Ekta. I guess there are two more team members who have not joined, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So we understand it's a grocery delivery app. You'll partner with local kirana stores or supermarkets and then deliver it to people. Anything as a differentiator which let's say the current grocery delivery apps or players are not doing, let's say a Big Basket or a Grofers or any of those kinds are not doing anything different from that?
Sir, those apps are basically for big cities, but what we are trying to do is like small places where the people are not that much educated to, how can I put it?
So if
It's
they
not.
are in big cities and they are not present, let's say in Jamshedpur, there's a reason for that, right? And that reason may be something like the volumes are not that high for it to be profitable in Jamshedpur, and hence they are not there. The day they find that Jamshedpur is profitable for them as a business, they'll enter Jamshedpur. They'll not take more than 10 days to, onboard the stores and start their operations. So again, my question is, what is that differentiator that you want to bring in?
Fast delivery.
Yeah, that's a point of supply chain, right? So somebody who has already been in that sector and been working in that sector, their supply chains, do you think you'll be able to match at the very start itself? Is it possible?
No, sir, it's not possible. But we can provide the facility that people are very convenient for that.
Okay, tell me the
Ruchika,
model.
where
Sure,
do you
Sidhu.
shop your groceries from?
Yes, sir, excuse me.
आप groceries कहाँ से shop करते हैं अभी?
Local market.
अच्छा. And there's this need. Did you ever feel this need that you need to buy groceries online?
No, sir.
तो ये आइडिया आपको ग्रोसरीज ऑनलाइन बेचने का किन से आया? मतलब what kind of research or who in your family or what sort of users did you research to find out that a lot of people want to do something like this, or a lot of people would use something like this if you made?
Due to pandemic situation, people are facing lots of problem by buying and purchasing groceries. So that's why. So that's the reason we are.
If that's the reason, then speed is not the core feature that you would want to pitch, right? If people are unable to buy groceries because of pandemic, then what you should ensure in place of speed is that your produce is very safe to consume.
Yes, sir.
Or
Safe.
are there multiple insects?
Yes, sir.
Jay, you wanted to
Yeah,
ask something?
आपको अपने आसपास घर के, in fact, if you want,
So you are not audible.
Sidhu, please continue.
Okay. So what I was asking, where I was coming from, team Ruchika and Deepika and Samriddhi, is that based on your research, and the research being people in these COVID times are unable to order groceries or they are facing some difficulty. That's what led you to this solution wherein you said you will deliver products online. Now, if that was a core insight, then what sort of attributes or what sort of differentiating features will you bring in inside your grocery delivery app?
सर हम लोग डिलीवर मतलब जल्द से जल्दी करने का कोशिश करेंगे as soon as possible we can deliver the groceries. मतलब हम लोग ऐसे सिटीज में हम लोग हायर भी करेंगे लोगों को. हम लोग मतलब कैसे भी ग्रोसरीज जैसे जिनको नीड है उनको जल्द से जल्द पहुंचाने का कोशिश करेंगे.
आपने दीपिका सेकेंडरी रिसर्च किया है? Have you seen at the apps the ecosystem of grocery delivery business and seen कि कितने सारे apps हैं और क्या-क्या चीजें नहीं करते हैं? मतलब कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा है. 10 मिनट में डिलीवरी, नो डिलीवरी, लोकल किराना स्टोर से कनेक्ट करना, अपना स्लॉट सेलेक्ट करो डिलीवरी के लिए, रात में रखो, रात तक 12 बजे तक बुक करो, सुबह 6 बजे डिलीवरी आती है, अगले दिन मंगा लो. So is there any permutation combination that you see is not there that you would want to bring in?
सर हमने तो अभी तक इतना ही रिसर्च किया है।
Okay.
Okay.
I think थोड़ा सा और
Sorry,
secondary
sir.
research करना चाहिए आप लोगों को।
Yes, sir.
बहुत
Yes,
सारे
sir.
players
We
हैं।
will
Yes,
do.
Yeah.
yes, sir. We'll surely look into it.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Deepika, Samriddhi, Ruchika, and Ekta. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much, team.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
The
Actually,
team
this
is
is supposed to be
cubicle
the last team. I have the Vanquisher, but मेरे पास सर ने 2 entries और डाल दिया है.
अच्छा अभी
Okay.
अभी के
Abhi, right now we have 3 teams. So Vanquisher, Smile, and NIT JS squad. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm letting in Vanquisher.
Hi, Smith. Do you have a teammate too?
Yes, sir. He's joining. Just a second, sir.
Smith, is there a problem? Like, are you unable to kind of mute yourself? Unmute yourself, I mean. So I think you will need.
No, ma'am. It's so. I can. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is. You exactly have 5 minutes, Smith, to wrap up your presentation. So begin now.
Good afternoon, Sharks. My name is Smith Raj, and I'm from Banaras Hindu University, and my teammate Ronak Singh from IGNT. So we have come up with a product, beef. So the vision of our product is to provide a tasty, refreshing, healthy, and beneficial drink to everyone, and that to our community. We are about to bring a revolution in the beverage sector. So talking about our product, its composition, procedure, and its benefits, the major components are date seeds, jamun seeds, saccharin, and preservatives. Moreover, we will add some more compositions for value addition purpose. So our process is easy and practical. Firstly, we will let the seeds dry to 11% moisture. Then we will let it to ferment. And then the seed will be roasted. And in the final step, we will grind the seeds with other substances to obtain our final product, which will look something like a coffee powder. So talking the benefits of our product, although there are tremendous benefits of our product, but we will cover some of them. We all know diabetes and blood pressure is a worldwide problem. So about 422 million of the people worldwide face diabetes. And if we talk about blood pressure, there is similar data for the blood pressure. Just in India, 1 out of 6 cases of diabetes are from India, and the similar ratio is for blood pressure. So our product beef helps you to maintain blood pressure, and it is also very beneficial for the people having diabetes. And even Ayurvedic doctrines suggest to have date seed powder for it. And it has sufficient amount of zinc and vitamin C, which people used to have as tablets during COVID. And moreover, it also enhances lactoferrin of breastfeeding mother and supports the immunity system in pregnant women. Moreover, the compositions we have in beef have the ability to regulate sugar level. If we talk about more benefits, it has cleansing the liver, extracting kidney stone, losing weight, treating diarrhea, protect against stress damage, and many more, which we will not be able to tell you within 5 or 10 minutes. So moving forward, we also provide variety. Like you must have seen like hot coffee, cold coffee, cappuccino. It can be like processed in various way, like hot beef, cold beef, and something like cappuccino. So talking about the audience, it will have a universal acceptance like tea or coffee. And if you want to filter our audience, we can tell health conscious people, the people who are health conscious. And if you want to filter it more, like the persons having conversion rates of 80 to 90%, it will be the patients of BP and sugar, which once you make them conscious of our product, they will have the only substitute of tea and coffee, and that will be beef. And if we talk about marketing figures, the production cost will be around 200 to 210, and the cost price will be around 327, and we will sell it for 350, making a gross profit of 75% per product. And let us sum up everything and talk the reasons why we stand, and will cover a successful journey. So firstly, it is a replacement of tea and coffee, which I think everyone needs nowadays. And the second is no calories. Remember a term saccharine I told you in the composition part? Saccharine is a 0-calorie sugar which we will add in our product. And the third is improve immune system. I don't think I need to explain this, improving immune system. Moving to the next part, it's variety of beverages we provide. We provide a variety of gamut to our audience. So when they see the variety, they will be more attracted toward our product. And the next is solves a major problem of people having diabetes and sugar. Like once you make them conscious of our product, they will have no options left. Like, the cravings of people having diabetes, BP, and other diseases. They just crave for tea and coffee and always find a substitute for tea and coffee. So B will be the thing which they need. So our next point is zero wastage and cost effective. You must have seen the seeds, the residue left after the jam processing. The seeds are just a kind of waste for the companies producing jam. So we will source our seeds from those companies, and this will minimize our production cost, and it will be a very cost-effective product. And the last point is organic product. We all know the demand of organic product post-COVID. Everyone needs organic product. So these are the sum up why we will stand and will cover a very successful journey. Thank you, everyone. I hope you like our product.
Thank you, Smith. Thank you, Ronak, for such a wonderful presentation. Just a few questions there. One, so your is a medicinal product or a general consumption product, which you would want us to consume in place of, let's say, a soft drink or a juice?
Sir, firstly, I would like to tell it would be something like tea and coffee, and it would be something that anyone can consume. Like let us assume green tea. So like people use it for medicinal cause, but anyone can have it. You cannot just put it into a medicinal thing.
Okay, and you're saying one of your Tetra packs would cost around 350.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any comparable products in the market where somebody drinks a 350 rupees beverage?
No, sir. Even if we talk about coffee, they cost around 1200 rupees per kg, and the same for the tea, I guess 650 to 750. And from the premium quality of tea, it's around 1100 rupees.
No, I have a confusion there. What are you selling first? Are you selling a drink? Are you selling the beans? What are you selling?
Sir, it would be in the form of powder, and
powder.
Yes, sir. Like I told, we will grind it and mix it with other components, and our final powder product, like after grinding, it will be ready as our final product.
Have you tested have you tested the market? Have you ever used such a product? Yes. What will be its demand?
Sir, I would like to tell, like if we talk about the demands and all, the jamun seed and the date seeds are already being used, but it's not in the market. Like if we talk about the traditional things like dahi was available everywhere, but then Sudha came and other industry came who packed it. Likewise, we have some people are there who do this thing, but it is not in the market now. This is like a Ayurvedic doctrine being used in the villages and all.
So what my suggestion will be, Smith, in any of these cases, also there's a question, can children drink this?
Yes, sir, of course. It is like it's beneficial for any kind of age.
Fair enough. Now, for any of such products, just listing out, see, during the COVID, all of us used to drink kadha in the morning, right? It has a lot of medicinal value.
Yes, sir.
There is a lot of premixes which came in also, right? But on a day, it's very, very advantageous for the body. But what is the market size of this? Do you think it's compared to a Coke or a Thumbs Up? which are actually detrimental to health. So only being medicinal in value does not merit the demand of a product, right? So what you'll have to do is first test it, are people, liking it actually as a substitute or tea or coffee? Tea or coffee is something which people drink because they like it actually. They're addicted to it.
Yes, sir.
Is your
Sir,
product as good that it can actually replace them as addictive actually? If it is about an effort of drinking that, it will not be able to replace the regular drinks. So that's my only suggestion.
I would like to explain this point. Like people who are using this, and the process which it goes through is very similar to coffee, and the taste is also very similar to coffee. The persons who are liking coffee, who like coffee, will surely shift to beef. Like if they are liking coffee and they are getting more benefits than coffee from the same taste and same refreshing feel, why would they not switch to beef?
Again, that's a claim that you have. It tastes exactly like coffee. Again, at least till the point that I'm able to drink it and have that feel, I'll not be able to comment on that. So yeah.
Yes, so like we can do so. Like if we were doing practically, like I must have like brought a cup of beef for you. That's a completely practical process. There is nothing like it is practical or not.
So I have some more questions to check that claim. Date powder is not native to India, is it?
What's up? Sorry, I can.
Is date powder native to India, or is it native to Arab countries or some other country?
Sir, but like people consume it. Like if we talk about the persons of old age, like who use Ayurvedic doctrine, they are already consuming it. So that's a thing.
What is the reason that tea, which is a native to India, coffee was not even a native to India, has become such a commonplace drink, but
Yes, sir.
date powder has not become a commonplace drink, or jamun powder has not become a commonplace drink? What is the reason that you think that's the case?
Sir, we can find many things. Like if we take this point, momos was a thing which was only found in Nepal, or then it came to India and placed their value in the like made their value. So this would be a thing. It is available in the market, but it is like not, people are not aware of it. Once we make them conscious, then it has a it will like achieve a lot of success, I guess. I think so.
How do you plan to you told me that you will retail it at 350 rupees per kg.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And your cost of creating 1 kg of date powder is how much?
Sir, it's around 200 to 210.
Okay. So you have sufficient margin. You have like 40% margin on this product.
No, sir. I have, sir. Sorry, sir, but we have production cost of 200 to 210, and the cost price, like the price at which we will sell to the franchises or the distributors, we will sell them for 270 or 310, 310 let it be, and they will sell it for 350. The selling price will be 350, and the production cost we are having will be 200 to 210.
Got it. So you are giving like 25% margin is for the retailer, 25%
Yes,
margin is for you.
Yes,
How
sir.
do you plan to take it to the retailers? What kind of retailers will be your ideal customers? Do you plan to go to B2C? You plan to list yourself on Amazon, Flipkart, or you want to go to modern trade and sell it there?
Sir, we are planning B2C. Like we will be available on all the e-commerce websites as well as all the local shops. We will go for B2C marketing strategy.
How will you make yourself available at a local shop? You don't have area sales manager. You don't have fleet on the ground. How will you put yourself on a local shop shelves?
So firstly, we would like to cover some regions, observe the feedback of the people. Then by using that feedback, we will expand. We will create we will introduce more people to our team, and then we will go further for the process.
Do you think you have the background for this, for doing this kind of sale, this kind of manufacturing?
Yes, of course. As I told you, I'm a student of food processing and technology from Banaras University. So I have what I have to test and do. And my partner, Ronak, he is a BBA student from IGNTU. So we both have the background to deal with this product.
Got it. Got it. No more questions as such. Beautiful presentation, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Smith. Thank you, Ronak.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
He's just
Just
beside
one
me.
more question, Smith and Ronak.
Yes, sir.
Just one more question.
Yes, sir.
What are the chances you will actually pursue it?
Sir, it's almost 100%. Sir, people are doing it. We just have to market it. That's it. We just have to do it on a bigger scale. Like that's the point. We just have to do it on the bigger scale. It's already being done here.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Smith.
Yes.
And Ronak, you may leave.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, just last two teams. Okay, one is
This was
Smile.
90JS, right?
No, this was Vanquisher.
Yeah, this was Vanquisher. Just last two teams remaining. Next one is Smile.
Sure. Hi, welcome Shashwat, welcome Shreyans. You may start your presentation. You have exactly 5 minutes to do that.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Shreyans, please present. Yeah. Yeah, so we can start,
Hello,
sir.
my name is Shashwat. Hello, sir. My name is Shashwat. I am final year mechanical student at BIT Mesra. So, Sharks, I think we would all agree on the fact कि दांत का दर्द अच्छे अच्छे के पसीने निकाल देता है और फिर हम डेंटिस्ट के पास जाते हैं तो वो हमें एक डेंटल किट देता है जिसमें 4 से 5 तरीके के ब्रश होते हैं. फूड पार्टिकल, सेंसिटिव गम्स, प्लेक, सबके लिए अलग अलग ब्रश लेना होता है. So, addressing this problem, we are introducing Smiley. Smiley एक इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश ब्रांड है जो एक कन्वेंशनल टूथब्रश से 40% ज्यादा बेहतर क्लीनिंग देता है और जिसमें आपको ये सारे ब्रशेस along with टंग क्लीनर आ जाते हैं एज अ क्विक रिमूव अटैचमेंट. अगर हम लोग मार्केट साइज की बात करें तो वो वर्ल्ड में अराउंड 80 करोड़ लोग यानी अराउंड 10% ऑफ द वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश यूज कर रहा है. सिर्फ अगर डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज की बात करें तो यूएस में मोर देन 40% और यूके में 66% लोग इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश यूज कर रहे हैं. इंडिया में ये अभी एक डेवलपिंग कॉन्सेप्ट है. Shreyans, your face is coming in the between. Can you? इंडिया में ये अभी एक डेवलपिंग कॉन्सेप्ट है. अभी इंडिया का इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश ब्रांड ओरल भी लीड कर रहा है. सो बाकी सब यहाँ पे स्टार्टअप्स और फॉरेन प्लेयर्स ही है. सो अभी की डिफरेंशिएटर क्या है, हम लोग को एक इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश कंपनी से अलग क्या है और हम लोग जो बाकी स्टार्टअप्स कर रहे हैं इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश कंपनी उससे हम लोग डिफरेंट क्या है, डिफरेंशिएटर क्या है हम लोग का. सो बाकी जो इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश है उसमें आपको अलग अलग मोड्स आते हैं लेकिन ब्रश हेड सबका सेम रहता है. सो हम लोग का जो मेन कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि हम डेंटल किट को इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश के साथ इंटीग्रेट करने वाले हैं और ऐसी भी ब्रांड्स है जो ये ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं बट वो फॉरेन प्लेयर्स है जो कि हम लोग 1500 प्लस के प्राइस पॉइंट पे खेल रहे हैं. सो हम लोग ये सेम चीज 600 रुपए के प्राइस पॉइंट में नॉर्मल पब्लिक को प्रोवाइड करेंगे. सो बहुत केस हो गए कि 1500 का जो है इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश वो हम लोग 600 में कैसे बनाने वाले. सो कमिंग टू द कॉस्ट, जनरली एक इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश में 700-800 के रेंज से स्टार्ट होता है. सो जिसमें सेमीकंडक्टर और रिचार्जेबल लिथियम आयन बैटरी यूज होती है जिससे कॉस्ट ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंक्रीज हो जाती है. सो मैं जो इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश प्रपोज कर रहा हूँ उसमें इट इज नथिंग मोर देन अ 8th क्लास स्कूल प्रोजेक्ट जिसमें बस एक नॉन रिचार्जेबल प्राइमरी बैटरी है, मोटर है और स्विच है. कैन यू स्विच टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. इसका मेन डिसएडवांटेज यही है कि सेमीकंडक्टर नहीं होने की वजह से इसमें हम लोग मोड्स ऐड नहीं कर सकते जो कि दूसरे इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश में है. बट उसको कंपनसेट करने के लिए हम लोग डिफरेंट जो ब्रश हेड है वो डिफरेंट ब्रश हेड प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं एज एन अटैचमेंट. और दूसरा जो इसका मेजर डिसएडवांटेज है कि इसको आपको हम लोग एक नॉन रिचार्जेबल बैटरी यूज कर रहे हैं, तो दैट मीन्स एवरी मंथ आपको 60 रुपए का एक ड्यूरासेल का बैटरी खरीदना पड़ेगा 1500 mAh का। तो उससे आपका पर मंथ 60 रुपीज का कॉस्ट आ जाएगा। वो इसका एक सबसे बड़ा मेजर डिसएडवांटेज है जिसको हम लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते। बट मैं एक और चीज इसके साथ कोट करना चाहूंगा कि ओरल बी इसी कॉन्सेप्ट पे बेस्ड एक टूथब्रश बेच रहा है इंडिया में, and he is currently that is currently the highest selling electric toothbrush in India। हम लोग उसके साथ वो डेंटल क्लिनिक वाला जो हम लोग का है पूरा थीम, उसको इंटीग्रेट करके 600 रुपए में बेचेंगे, और ओरल भी जो बेच रहा है वो 500 रुपए में बेच रहा है। एंड मैं लिख के दे सकता हूँ उसका 200 रुपए ज्यादा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट आता नहीं होगा। जो 600-500 रुपए में ओरल भी बेच रहा है उसका 200 रुपए ज्यादा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट है ही नहीं। सो उसमें हम लोग अटैचमेंट्स यूज करके उसको 600 रुपए में बेचने का, अगर कंसिडरिंग कि हमें मास ऑर्डर मिलता है, हम लोग इसको 600 रुपए के प्राइस पॉइंट में दे सकते हैं। एंड फ्यूचर में अगर जब सेमीकंडक्टर का सप्लाई चेन ठीक हो जाएगा, तब हम लोग उस तरफ शिफ्ट करेंगे, बिकॉज इन द लॉन्ग रन दैट इज द सुपीरियर प्रोडक्ट। सो आई थिंक दैट्स ऑल विद द प्रेजेंटेशन। नाउ वी आर ओपन फॉर क्वेश्चंस।
Thank you, Shashwat. Thank you, Shreyansh. See, this is what you're talking about is more in the ideation stage, right? So you will realize the practical difficulties once you at least go some steps further into that, right? As you talked about, कि oral भी 600 रुपए का बेचता है, 200 रुपए से ज्यादा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट नहीं है। यार किसी भी प्रोडक्ट में उससे ज्यादा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट नहीं होता है कभी भी 40% से ज्यादा। बट यू ऑल्सो हैव टू टेक ऑल द ओवरहेड्स, राइट? द मार्केटिंग स्पेंड, द एंटायर all other incidental spends, the organizational spend जिसको हम बोलते हैं, तो कभी भी उतना ही होता है। तो आप बोल रहे हैं कि अगर हम अभी कर सकते हैं, but also think that you do not have the brand pull that let's say Oral-B would have, right? Also, you're saying if you get mass orders, you can build it. How will you get mass orders until you have certain retail presence and until it is proven, right? So it's a chicken and egg story, right? So hence I'm saying it's concept stage पे ठीक है। 1500 के बदले में मैं 600 दूंगा और हर महीने 60 रुपए का बैटरी डालूंगा, that's fine. There will be a segment for that जो लेगा वो, ठीक है। But again, I do not know how much deeper have you gone into the entire manufacturing and supply chain and then final selling of it. Yeah.
यस सर। सो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की अगर बात करें तो मेनली इसमें जो प्लास्टिक यूज हो रही है उसको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करने के लिए, वो इंजेक्शन मोल्डिंग में बन जाएगा। इंजेक्शन मोल्डिंग की मशीन आती है 12 लाख रुपए की।
See, Shashwat, again, what you're talking, Shashwat, what you're talking about is theory, okay? Take injection.
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows this. There's no rocket science in that, right? कि वो बन जाता है, but वो इंजेक्शन मोल्डिंग मशीन मैं यहाँ से खरीद रहा हूँ 12 लाख में मिल रहा है, वहां 11.5 मिल रहा है, वहां से यहाँ आएगा, मैं यहाँ कहाँ सेटअप करूंगा, मैं किसको लगाऊंगा, मैं लेबर कहाँ से लाऊंगा। There are so many things which come into picture. It is not just the theory, specifically in a manufacturing setup and any new concept. Most of the concepts that we'll see that you start as a that begin as a startup in these segments, they generally contract out their manufacturing because manufacturing is such a cumbersome process that without having any experience in that sector, it becomes very difficult to manage a factory, right? So generally, कोई भी brands आप देखते हो ज़्यादा, in fact, बहुत बड़े-बड़े brands they all have outsourced their manufacturing. They only do the branding and the the selling part.
Yes, sir. I understand. I completely understand. Agree, and I agree with you also.
Shashwat and Shreyansh, thank you for the presentation. Can you tell us a little about your roles? Shreyansh, आप क्या handle करते हैं? Shashwat, आप क्या देखते हैं इसमें? And what part of? Yeah.
मैं मेनली यहाँ पे ऑपरेशंस हैंडल करूंगा अगर ये हम लोग को फ्यूचर में इसको आगे बढ़ाना पड़ा तो। एंड श्रेयांश जो है वो बेसिकली प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर का काम करेगा, प्रोडक्ट को डेवलप करने का काम करेगा।
So like designing part and manufacturing part, sir.
Shreyansh, do you use any 3D design tools? कोई experience है आपको उनके?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Like SolidWorks we use and AutoCAD. These are the tools we use.
अच्छा, just one more question. अगर ये चीज आपने बना ली 600 रुपए में, you launched it in the market. Currently आप बोल रहे हैं कि Oral-B is doing the simpler one with the battery at 500 rupees. what is stopping them from launching a dental kit at 600 rupees? Because आपने कहा कि इनका कॉस्ट तो 200 रुपए के ऊपर नहीं होगा, 300 रुपए के ऊपर नहीं होगा. So once you launch it at 600, what stops them from not launching it at 600 too?
सर पहली बात, हम लोग एक स्टार्टअप है और ये कॉन्सेप्ट हम लोग अभी तुरंत हम लोग इंट्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं. मतलब 1 महीना 2 महीने में हम लोग लॉन्च कर सकते हैं वो चीज. अगर सेम चीज हम लोग का देख के ओरल बी को कॉपी करना हुआ, उनका R&D टीम है, मिनिमम उनको 6 महीने 8 महीने लगेगा अगर उनको सेम कॉन्सेप्ट हम लोग का कॉपी करके उतारना पड़ा तो.
ऐसा क्यों है? ऐसा क्यों है कि आपने एक कॉन्सेप्ट को 1 महीने लॉन्च कर दिया? ओरल बी इज गोइंग टू टेक 6 months फॉर दैट.
Because the design already ready है. प्लस सर हमारा लाइक ये जो डेंटल किट वाला पार्ट है वो ऑलरेडी हमने एक सब लाइक दूसरे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट से हमने अपना वो करके रखा है सर, लाइक एग्रीमेंट दैट दे वुड मैन्युफैक्चर स्पेशली फॉर अस ओनली. एंड
सर उसका जो ओरल बी का जो R&D टीम है पहले वो
शाश्वत,
यस सर.
ये सब में यार, ये सब में कोई ये सब आपके लिए एक्सक्लूसिव मैन्युफैक्चर करेगा? आपने कोई आईपी लिया है क्या अपना डिजाइन का?
नहीं सर, अभी तो ये सर कॉन्सेप्ट है दिमाग में, ब्रांड बस दिमाग में मेरे.
करेक्ट. So those things are not feasible until you have actually, taken an IP over that, या कोई भी डिजाइन पेटेंट रखा है आपने उसके ऊपर.
I think आपका प्रोजेक्ट बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. You guys should pursue it, and you guys should also find ways to decrease the cost. Injection molding machine खरीदने की जगह if you can rent it out, or if you can pass on the design for them to create it. But it will be very difficult for us to comment out or guide at this stage क्योंकि अभी बहुत ही concept stage type से है ये.
Yes sir.
Yeah. So from my side, all the best. Very good wishes, Shashwat and Shreyans. I hope you guys take it and actually put it out.
Sure sir. Thank you.
Sure sir. Thank you.
Thank you Shashwat. Thank you Shreyans.
Thank you, Shashwat and Shreyans. You can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, it's the last team now. It's NITJS squad. Okay.
Hi Pushkar, hi Shashwat, and hi Suprabha. Welcome, and you can start your presentation. We have exactly 5 minutes to finish that.
Sure, sir.
So can we start?
Yes, please.
My name is Suprabha Mitra from team NITJS Squad 3. So our business idea is selling online courses in regional languages. Next slide. Problem. We are trying to solve the problem of the students who are doing their regular studies in the regional languages and are facing difficulties in their study in other languages while doing online courses. Is this really a problem? Multiple reports in the past had highlighted about students facing difficulties in learning in other languages. It is frequently observed that students get demotivated due to this language barrier as they are unable to cope up with the core study, language of higher education, as they are not clearly getting what is being taught in the lectures. Next slide. Solution. We will solve the problem by developing an online platform similar to platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and provide courses in regional languages. We will try to provide remedial lectures in courses, especially for those students who may require some additional assistance by charging an additional minimum fee. We will provide courses on such as financial analysis, business fundamentals, etc. Now, Shashwat will continue.
So coming on to the market, we can look at the number of students appearing in class 12 board exam through multiple state boards is a good number of students. And we can see all these students have a background in the regional language. So these can be our target customers. And as highlighted by multiple other online platforms that The COVID has pushed the demand for online education significantly, and as more and more internet penetration is increasing in our country, this demand will going to rise further in future. So now coming on to the business model. So in our hiring section, we will try to hire people who know at least 2 languages. One is regional language and other is their English language, so they can easily navigate in between both the languages and they don't face any problem while making content. And we will hire teachers through searching about them through the regional colleges and onboard teachers in that locality, and for other backend purpose we will hire through interns. Now Pushkar will continue.
For our target market would be mostly the students from at intermediate and graduation level. In starting, we will target those states like Gujarat and Maharashtra, where there are more number of students studying regional languages and there is more internet penetration. In starting, the input cost will be given. We will give from our side, and the instructors will be paid a fixed amount and a variable amount depending on the their number of times their courses is being sold and the feedback received from the students. Next slide. So market and sales strategy. We will try to do tie-ups with state government to provide our courses for free at a subsidized at a very low rate to government school students, and we will also tie up with book publishers and provide our courses alongside the coupon provided in the book. We will also focus our marketing on seasonal marketing, especially on vacation where students are free, mostly free, and they have time on their hand. And we will also we will also provide incentive for our existing customer who will bought in who are able to bring in more customers to us. We will also use podcast as a way of self promotion. We will create a demo teasers for our every course. And next slide. First few courses will be free to so that the student get a hang of what we are selling, and we will not increase our prices till our the time we cross threshold number of courses on platform. To make the courses more affordable, we will provide multi-phase payment system in which a particular course will be divided into various phases, and a student need not to pay the whole fee of the course, and he can pay only a part of the course fee, and he will be able to unlock that part. And after each phase, he will provided some bonus points, reward points, which can be all which he can use to get the next phase at a lower price, or you can also use it to get the next course at a lower price. And also those points can be used to get a discount or e-vouchers and coupons of various other e-commerce platform and other services, online services. Thank you.
Hey Suprabha, Sashwat, Pushkar. I should not begin it with a negative overtone, but your solution does not identify with the problem that you identified. Go back to the solution slide. So the problem that you identified was in India, people want to consume content in the regional language, right? And
Yes,
the
sir.
solution was you will develop an online platform like Udemy, Coursera, and provide courses in regional language. One of the possible solutions was converting the existing content that Udemy, Coursera have by either tying up with them and by giving you translation services, or by launching a Chrome extension that allows it to be translated for the customer who is consuming the content, or asking them to sort of license their content to you, and you will only control the regional copy of that content and they will control the content that they host on their own platform. So why didn't you go through and explore it? Did you guys explore these solution sets as possible solution sets?
Sir, our main aim here was to provide the. There are many people in India who knows languages other than English. They are more comfortable in learning courses in that languages. So, sir, in Udemy and Coursera, The problem is that their whole the most of the instructors there are for foreign instructors, so they don't so they don't actually have
Academy and Class Plus and Growth School. Like in India, companies have raised $5 billion and they have hired every Tom, Dick, and Harry who is a teacher. And so there are no teachers left. How are you planning to get the teachers?
Sure,
sir,
sir, but sir, we want to provide it at more affordable rate, and for onboarding teachers, we will contact two regional colleges and the teachers in that locality which give tuitions or.
See, when you're going online, the regional colleges or the locality does not make sense. When you're going online, a superstar teacher is the one teacher who will draw in all the customers, all the students. The students don't care if the teacher teaches in VIT Misra or he teaches in NIT Jamshedpur, as long as he is the best teacher and his content is best on the internet, right? If you know you want to study psychology or biology, you will study from one of the best professors out there. You will study from Sapolsky. You want to study physics, you will study from the best professor which is out there. The problem that a Telugu speaker is facing is he is unable to understand that content, not that he wants to change the teacher. Is that the problem? That they want to study from a Telugu teacher?
No, sir. The thing is that the foreign teacher, sir, there in physics there are very good foreign author books, but they are not according to they are not able to explain content according to be by taking example from things that we are familiar with. They explain things in a way by taking example that they are familiar with. So that is why when Indian teachers who have actually experienced the environment and they will teach them
Pushkar, everything is a cost, right? You want to give everything to everybody. Are you running an NGO or a business? Just wanting to give everything, he will take this, he will take that, and then I'll not take money from him. What kind of a business is that? Do you understand that developing courses takes cost? Everything, every word that you speak, every word that you offer a customer, it costs something. There's a money attached to it, right? So you should be careful about what extra word you say. Affordable, the moment you say affordable, for a large scale business, it is 100 crores. Okay. So every word that comes out of your mind, keep it in a business sense and not a humanitarian sense. Okay. So local teachers, you'll deploy local teachers, Indian context. You cannot give everything to everybody. Start from a point at least. Right. Then you will say we will shoot it in, let's say, in HD cameras, the videos, because they should be good looking. It has a cost, right? So start with, as Setu said, courses are available. You do not need to redesign courses. Redesigning courses is a huge cost. It will take huge time. By the time you will be ready to be in the market, there will be so many players who would have come in. What you should rather do, available courses, just translate them in whatever content and format is available, shoot it, and then keep on improvising upon it. The Byju's courses that are today as they are, they were not the same way 3 years ago. It was just simple mobile videos, nothing else. Right?
Yes, sir.
Do you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So that was one suggestion as to exploring the solution set rather than directly jumping on one that you like, right? So from the problems, there will also, the problem is I can't get transportation. There are multiple solutions to it. One is buying a car. One is buying the cheapest possible car, Nano. One is tapping a button and a car shows up, tapping a button and a bike shows up, tapping or buying an EV. There are 16 solutions, right? But if I directly launch a petrol ethanol vehicle, then without regarding or disregarding other suggestions, it's not a great deal plan. You have to start with the solution set, see which one makes sense for the economical reason, for the reasons of how the market is. In India, there's hyper funded companies in this space, Byju's, Unacademy. Either they're going to eat everyone else or everyone else is going to die. So that's the market reality, right? And that's where you're operating in. So you need to align with them, or you need to raise more than $1 billion to operate in the edtech space in India, right? So that's one question. I don't have any other questions, but Jay, if you want to ask.
No. So the problem that you have identified is very correct, in fact.
Yep.
In fact, when you saw the first slide, I was very excited about what you were going to present. But the solution that you have come up with, I do not find it as very feasible. You're trying to bring the platform also, trying to build the content also, hire the teachers also. What you're essentially trying to do is build a Udemy plus Byju's plus ClassPlus, which is highly impractical. Focus on one thing. What is that USP that you would want to give? Content in regional language, that's it. Restrict yourself to that. Outsource everything else. Some of the other platform for every and any convenience that you want. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Thank you, Pushkar, Shashwat, and Suprabha. Wish you the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
All
sir.
the very best, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shashwat, Suprabha, and Pushkar. You may leave.